Today I have to make train lines like I've never made train lines before. Welcome to OverFreight. This game is kind of simple, but a little bit kind of detailed, so stick with me. Basically, the basis of this game is you got to make lines for trains to make money. So we have a line right now I just made from the tutorial, which goes from these trees to this planks production, from the plank production to furniture production, and now I gotta connect said furniture production over yonder to the sell point, which, if I open my map, is the freight terminal, which you can see here, accepts furniture and a bunch of other stuff. So here she is now, and all I gotta do is make some rails. Now, I did play this game a little bit just to get my hands on it, and one thing I will tell you guys already we have to make sure we always do is always build with these parallel lines. Because, well, ladies and gentlemen, if you have more than one train trying to come on a line and you ain't got parallel lines, you're just kind of in deep crap. So there we go. Now we have a complete route from start to finish that our trains can work on. Now we got to come through here, add some intersections or whatever you'd call these things. Just, you know, places for trains to swap the lines are on. And you don't need very many of these. Just anywhere that you go from 2 to 1, you need to swap. Now there are other things we can do, like make advanced lines, get better trains, all that fun stuff. But the only way to really do that stuff is by research. And at the moment, we don't have any really research except for the signaling tool, which is very important. We'll start that. It's going to be $2,000 and something else. But what we have to do now is go get some more trains because we spent all of our money building that line, which is going to make it a little bit difficult for us in the long run. And we're definitely going to want a 2-lane system here as well. So I'm just going to delete this side, and then you come delete this side. And then you click this, change range to connection sectors, and there you go. Everything is deleted. Go to parallel tracks. We need 2 of those, and we're going to go all the way back up to here. We can only do to about there. And then we'll have to just do a normal track for the rest of the way. But just that. Oh, we might be soft locked, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, well, I may have messed up here. Okay, luckily I didn't. We can still run one train. That is not how we wanted to start this off, though. So, anyways, it's gonna be a little bit of a slow start, but once this guy gets this delivery all the way to the end, it's gonna make our life a whole lot easier, and we can scale quite quickly because we already have the system in place. Now we just need the trains. Eventually, I'll come back through here to upgrade this section. Oh no, we can afford that. Wait, let me just sell some stuff here. Let me just do a little bit of yard selling. It's good for you. And hopefully we can make enough money to connect this to this a little bit closer. Now, if you do it quickly enough, I think you might be able to get a little bit there. Okay, we'll have to just sell some more stuff. There's going to be some extra length everywhere. Yeah, there's a little bit here. Not much there. Maybe there's some up here. Actually, we can delete all this. All right. That's $115. It should be enough to build the rest of this track so we can actually start making some money. And then all we do is we just add more trains, and bada bing, bada boom, we're paid. All right, sweet. $84 is all we had. If there's any costs that come out for running the trains, we're in deep crap. But we have a rail system that should work, I'm hoping. And as soon as we deliver 50 tons of logs, we'll have enough to buy that first upgrade. You can see there's 150 tons of logs right here, so that's going to get that upgrade done instantly. This guy's going to get here, get that done, and then we should be good to go. And what I can actually do is just leave this part here connected. So when people are coming back, they don't have to go into here, slow this all down, they can just go around. So you should see we make a little bit of money. Yeah, just a tad. But we also will start producing wooden planks, which you can see here. We have completed that first research, which is awesome. Now we can actually go into here, use a signaling tool, and just say, hey, we want these roads to have certain directions. So look at here. We're going to have this. This is going to be both ways for now until we can upgrade it. But I'm just thinking we do right-hand drive. I don't know if that's actually proper technique in terms of training. Like train life. However, I'm from America, so I do like the idea of that. So we'll just do right-hand drive for all these. This should go all the way down to the point down here. Perfect, and that should be fine. And then I'll designate the other one to be left-hand drive. Or if you go from this direction, right-hand drive. That way we keep everything nice and organized, and it just helps us a little bit more in terms of keeping everybody nice, organized, happy, all that fun stuff. So here we go. Looks like everyone's working there. Gotta make sure this guy here's going the right direction, like so. And that's all we can do for now. We gotta make some more money, but you can see we just got some more money, so I'm gonna instantly spend it. And oops, I accidentally picked up my train. Oops, I meant to just buy another one. So we actually can't yet. We need 3,250. It's actually fine. We're going to go grab some more logs. If you pick up the train, it does lose whatever's inside of it. So my silly self just picked up the train, which may or may not have forced us to lose all the planks in it. We did make money from transferring the logs, however, so it's not terrible. We literally just need 250 bucks, less than that, and we can get another train. So let me just wait some time, make a little bit of a cash, and we should be fine. All right, now we're talking. So everything's working a little bit better now. I have $13,000. I literally just waited for the train to make, I think, just one complete sell. He should be heading back right now. Sweet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, first things first, finally fix this railroad over here, which I can actually do quite easily. Making sure my snapping is on is important. And then I can just go like this, I think. Just snap it here. And then that's like halfway there. And then we'll just another one about there. Cool. And that should be fine. So now all I gotta do is just make our, little intersections here. Gonna make sure our signaling's all set up correctly. Nice. And back the way. Nice. Bang. All right, cool. So that's gonna fix all those issues. Then all I got to do is make a little intersection here. And now everything should be working. I can just go ahead and connect this. I will keep the intersections just in case someone, gets messed up. Someone gets in a funk, happens to the best of us sometimes. And then this can just continue to go the same way it was going. Bang. Sweet. So now what I'm going to do is just make some more cars. So here's our first one. We'll just teleport him back over here. It's going to be a little bit faster for him. And then I want to make another long one and maybe one more long one there. And that's going to be now 3 trains on our track at all times. Unfortunately, we cannot unlock that next one just yet, but with 3 trains, this is going to make things a lot easier. Like you said, like this guy, for example, was waiting for someone to clear, which just means he was too close to that guy. And what you'll see happen is this guy come up here, and he should stop like right somewhere in this area while this guy turns around and leaves. Then he'll come in, and they'll, separate as needed. Now, other than that, we have some stuff here we can unlock. I'm not too worried about it just yet. I really just need to get better trains, which looks like we're going to need to get level 50 or 15 stars, which I don't know how we get those, to be completely honest with you guys. But looky there, this guy's going to stop. He's going to wait for him. This guy will pull up behind him, wait in the exact same spot once this guy passes this intersection. And yeah, this guy's back on the road again. We should be back to near profit. I'm literally just going to spam build as many of these bad boys as I can. What I also want to do, I want to just make a little spot where I can spawn the trains, and then they just kind of filter in, as needed. So what I think I'll do is something like this, right? Something like this. That goes underground or up. Okay, that's cool. So anyways, lock in here. I'll just do like this. Just have one side going up that way, and then one side going up that way. Ooh, this here might mess us up. Well, this is actually fine. What I'll do is just keep this how it was, and then if they need to turn around, then just go down there and turn around real quick. Well, this way I can spawn in the trains here, and they won't like make a big ruckus, and everything. That's a little bit of money we wasted there, but that's okay. But that, I think I accidentally picked up. I picked up one accidentally because I deleted the tracker underneath him. So there we go. Now he'll back on the road again. This guy's about to deliver, which is going to be some cash for us, which we definitely need. I'm not sure what the max trains are. However, this does only go to like here. I can't scroll, so I have a feeling this is the max. Now, next up, we want to get the advanced route creation. It's going to cost $7,000. We need to get that because then we can have someone just constantly running from here to here, back and forth all day. Someone running from here to here, back and forth all day, and someone running all the way back in there, back and forth there. And what that's going to do is allow us to have like 2 or 3 trains per section, and they don't have to make super long trips. Because right now, if I place a train down, they are making the entire trip there and the entire trip back, which means that half the time, they're not doing anything. So there's definitely some optimization we can do there. And I'd like to do it before we deliver these, because we need to deliver planks to finish it off, and this guy's holding planks right here. They all will. So if I can get to 7K off this guy's delivery with these trees, we're going to be in a good spot. I could also just go the route of getting another train. We can throw $200 plus a lot extra because it's $750 for each what are these things called? The freight holder things. And you can see when these guys are full, they are down to a crawl. Even like when they just have logs, right? I think they're able to go 50. And so when they're full, they do a lot slower deliveries. And I'm not sure if we like place a train down with one section on it, is it going to be faster? I'm actually tempted to test that out. Let's just gonna place one little train here, right? This little train with one thing on him, does he move faster while holding stuff? So it looks like with the trees, they're still able to do 50. So we're not really gonna be able to test it until it gets to there. But this looks like they were able to maybe take off a little bit faster. Oh, we got another train with some planks about to take off. And so far, this timing is pretty much perfect. Production time of 2.5 seconds seems to be just about right. And this one, however, you can see here has a production time of 5 seconds. So that might slow it down a little bit, but I'm fine if they're waiting as long as they will be able to go both directions. Which also, by the way, we'll have to make this bridge double lane, but it's really expensive. So for the time being, it's not that big of a deal. All right, the single train is now taken off from the station. And like I said, he should be able to go about 50. Yep. So we're not going to be able to test it just yet, but after they leave here, you can see this guy has to wait until this train gets across, which doesn't make much sense, but because it's not limited to one way, he is going to freak out. So that's the downside of it. So we want to get a second, bridge or tunnel or something in here immediately because of that fact right there. But once he gets off the train, or the bridge, the train will then be able to go, which should be just about now. There we go. Now he's on the road again. But yeah, 20 kilometers an hour is definitely a crawl, which I don't really understand how this works necessarily because they are carrying the same weight as they were when they were doing logs. So I don't really understand how this works. But hey, if the little train goes faster, I am tempted. Track got abandoned due to no usage. I don't know what it's talking about. Hopefully it's nothing. I really don't know what they're talking about. Now, I do need to start this research here quickly. I am hoping that this guy will unload enough for us to get this. Come on, come on, come on. So close. It's so close. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay, sweet. This is perfect timing too, because this guy's about to pull up and sell his stuff. And basically, after we have the basic infrastructure built in, all we have to do is just scale it, which is the easy part, in my opinion. Just get better trains, more, trailers, stuff like that. We can get longer train lengths. Oh, they're cars. That's what they're called. All right, we should see. Yeah, we got a little bit of this done. We need 310 more tons, which is practically 2 more trainfuls, which, looky there, ladies and gentlemen, we had that exactly. And then what you'll end up seeing here shortly is the furniture being loaded. Now, I think typically we cannot make enough furniture from the planks we bring in, so it's not going to be 100% full. But I could be mistaken. This looks like it's going to work. Yeah, it looks like it's going to work just fine. And just like that, this guy's back on the road again. Now, we wanted to make a system here that just allows, let's see, this system or this track here to go around before they get to this intersection so it doesn't slow anything down. So let's just grab this, just connect it in there. That should work fine. That just means when trains are coming back, they won't have to stop these people who are loading up, and they should be able to go around. I'm hoping. I'm just going to throw another intersection in here as well, just to help, promote people from going in there. I don't know. Maybe it does nothing, but I just am testing it just in case. We do need to go ahead and make sure our signaling is correct. This needs to be literally only going back. Okay, cool. Okay, so for some reason, once they are turned from planks back to furniture, they are able to go 50 kilometers again, which is so surprising. So maybe we just have bad trains, or maybe they're limited to 20 on the rails or on the bridges, maybe? To be completely honest with you guys, I've never conducted a train before, so I really have no idea how this works. At least with cars, I've driven a car before, right? I mean, that's simple. So eventually, if we have, a system like this with 2 sets of rails on them and they don't ever slow down, once we have the bridge, optimized, we can plug in other spots onto this railroad and it won't be that big of a deal. But if we added another, let's just say, forest onto this railroad right now, it would break some things because this bottleneck right here. But hey, an extra bridge and we're good to go. So that's no big deal, guys. We can fix that. So yeah, he's off the bridge now. He is only going 20. So I do think that once they get furniture, for some reason, they can go 50 again. I don't know what it is. It doesn't make much sense to me, but hey, I will take faster production if I can get it. And any second now, this guy will arrive at the terminal and we'll be right on the right track. Yep, the little train is going the same speed. So there is not a benefit to doing shorter trains. Good to know. And if that's the case, let's go buy some more trains right now. Now, sadly, I don't want to grab that because he has stuff on him. So there's not really a reason for me to go and buy another one or to edit him yet if I can just buy more. So I bought another max train, and we're going to need another one here shortly. But every time we get an extra train, that's going to increase the amount we make and decrease the time it takes. So that's a good sign. If we can get a train that goes 100 kilometers an hour, which however that much is in America time, I don't know, but 100 kilometers an hour, was it like 100 million miles an hour? If we can get one, that's going to be such a drastic change. And if we can start getting some more carts, that's more money every time. This should complete. Bang. We get advanced creation, route creation, which I believe lets us configure this stuff now. Ooh, we can actually upgrade the spaces. So we can get platform 2, so we can unload 2 cars at once. We can upgrade the capacity, although I'm not really too worried about that yet. By the way, you actually can also drive the trains. Does I say I'm overspeed? Oh, I oversped and I broke the train. Oh. Okay. So that's why you're not supposed to do that. Okay. Well, it's fine because we're gonna just put some more cards on him anyways. And you can see here we can place him on a track, and so we can add this as a stop, and then we can add this as a stop. So he's just going to go from deforestation volunteers to the planks. If that is the case, then that's gonna be good. We'll have one guy consistently running from here. Then the rest of our trains don't have to go all the way back. They can just go from here to here. So that could work pretty well. Once these guys are all done, I will go ahead and just redo them. Like this guy, for example, I can go ahead and configure him. Like let's say, for example, I want you to only deliver from the planks. Oh, I clicked on the track. Whoops. Anyways, I only want to go from you to you. Will that work if there's not already logs there? I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it yet. Our line's pretty simple. I'm just gonna worry about adding more trains because that's fun. That's easy. We'll have one guy that just brings logs to planks for fun, I guess. And I'm just going to spend all of my money. And there is this thing as well, which I think is like a caboose and helps power the train and go faster. I just want to see first off, like, can I actually get more? Oh, I can. So I think it is infinite. Nice. Well, there we go. This is going to be a big upgrade. That's about 4 more trains there. And we just unlocked some more research as well. Looks like when we place down trains, we do good stuff. So we can get longer trains. We also could get 90-kilometer-an-hour rails. We need to get that. It's going to cost $20,000. And the longer trains are going to cost $40,000. So we really need to get the better train rails, I think, first. That's going to let us replace these rails here. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it must be. So these rails over here must be terrible. And they're limited to 20 miles an hour. So it's based off the rails, not necessarily the train, I guess. So all of this stuff over here needs to be redone. Okay. Well, that's no problem, man. We'll fix that up right away. We want to redo some of the pathing, I think, but that's okay. There's a little bit of slow places in there, but I don't think that's gonna matter too much. But something like this, definitely gonna want to sell. What is junk? I was not aware that they were gonna just like give me a terrible, awful thing. That's crazy. If I'd have known that, I'd have got rid of them from the get-go. But hey, there you go. You live and you learn. We have 6 grand. I don't think that's enough yet to redo the whole bridge. So for now, we're just gonna put this back how it was. With some better rails here and there. And then we'll go back and fix the bridge here shortly. Signaling, this needs to be going this way. I do think it also depends on which way my character's looking. So if I look, like let's say this way, for example. Will it go the other way? First try? Ooh! Alright, that makes life a little bit easier too. We can go ahead and just change this altogether. We just see this needs to be empty. There we go. Because it will mess up our people if we don't be too careful there. But there we go. So we gotta just get better roads. Alright, that's a simple fix. We can work with that game. One thing I definitely want to do is go to here and... Ooh, yeah, let's build a second platform. Let's do that. And then what I can do... Bang. Does that work? Can build that there. Bang. And now, should see that we can load 2 trains up at once. It costs 6K for that. Might be a little bit of an overspend, but that's okay. Alright. What do I need to unlock next? I need to unlock a $20,000 so I can fix this bridge, I suppose. I want to see. I need, I don't really just got to get past. It's fine. I can just delete it. If I have one more train over here, we're going to be fine. Okay, we do. Nice. You know, I was thinking the trains just suck. No, I mean, they kind of got framed. So we'll just delete both these sections here. I'm going to need to just delete this section here, all the way to here. Then delete everything. Okay. And now, I want to make a pretty big, one of these. Something like this. I want just this to just triple across to there. No, what are we doing here, game? Why did this not work? Okay, all right, well, I'm just gonna do... I think I've broken pretty much all of this. This is not good. Thinking I'm being smart, and I'm actually just being foolish. I am under a tornado watch right now, so hopefully I don't just crash and lose my recording if my power goes out. Just gonna hope for the best here. There's not much I can do about it. I mean, I'm not in charge of the weather, so I'm just gonna try my best to record as much as I can today, and if need to, you know, take cover or whatever. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just build 2 bridges that are near each other but don't interact with each other, because for some reason the bridge system in this game is a little bit janky. Now if it shows me a price, it should work. Oh, we have a little thing. We have production speed boost, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know why this is not working. I think it is telling me that it's too close to the water. I'm out of money, basically. Okay, well, luckily we can just keep selling trees. We're not like out of money, but we're like kind of out of money. These bridges cost a lot and they're really buggy, so I definitely need to start staying away from bridges. That's for sure. I think I have a solution though to basically fix this whole thing, and it's just going to be to raise it up like there. Oh, great, didn't do a thing. It's taking my money too. That's the annoying thing. It's taking my money and then saying, hey, it's not gonna work. Like, brother, that'd have been helpful information here about 20 seconds ago. Yeah, it's not working at all. Wait, what? There's an upgrade button. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. Okay. Unfortunately, we have no way of doing this. Oh, no. Okay. I thought I have... Okay, I do have one last train over here. Okay, we have 2 trains over here. Good, good, good. These 2 have to deliver enough just for me to make a 1-lane bridge over here. And we'll be fine. I can get this working. I just... When it says pitch, maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I need to do... Yeah, continue to here. But look, it's $11,000 for this. That should not be anywhere near the water. That should be nice and good. Maybe we do flat. Maybe we do horizon. So we'll do horizon and just try to stick it. What I'll do is just kind of... I can't seem to raise it when it's already snapped something. So I'm thinking if I go like this... and just move it back a little bit like that. That looks better. There is an upgrade button though. We now know, which is splendid if I can get this bridge to work, because then we already have everything built up. But they just kind of wait. So let me get some money, get this fixed, I'll be back. All right, got it fixed. It basically, yeah, it was just the evolution. What's the word? Basically, it wasn't high enough, so the water was messing with it. I got it to work. There's a little bit of an ugly bridge here, but I mean, do I really care about that? No. So now what I'm working on is slowly but surely getting this just connected to like somewhere over here. I'm thinking about like maybe something like here. However, see how it kind of overlaps that? I don't like that. I want to do something like maybe here. And then once I click again, make sure. Yeah. Okay, if that one messes up the water, it's something's bugged because it's higher than the other one. Sweet. Okay, nice. So now we can just literally take this, join it into here, take this, join it into here, and then fix the signaling. Say, hey, this has to go, nope, the other way. Nice. And then this has to go this way. And that should fix pretty much all of our issues here. Now we have officially got 2 bridges, which is going to make this so much easier. I mean, that upgrade tool, I'm never touching these things again. We got the twin bridges, which are, okay, I'm not gonna lie, they're a little bit ugly, but they work, and that's all that matters. Everything's also 50 miles an hour, or kilometers an hour now, which is splendid. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we should be making some better money. Okay, so I'm sorry for messing it all up, but hey, I messed it up, so y'all won't have to. You're welcome. Now, looking at the research, we just got to save up money. We need 40K for this, 40K for this, 20K for this, and some other stuff that I don't really care about too much. I'm going to get the better rails first, because the upgrade system is really easy. I love it, and we just get 20K. All right, now we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trains. So we are able to move product quite quickly, to be honest. We're able to do a lot of good. Just gonna make sure all these places are separated. Like, there doesn't need to be a crossover right here. Just delete this whole thing. Just you know, just clean this up a little bit. Make sure everything's gonna run smoothly with little to no issues. Probably still issues, but hopefully little to none. There we go. And there was a little bit of confusion here. I think I did manage to fix it. I think they no longer need to turn around. I had the one line was still trying to turn around. It was kind of broken, but this seems to be working quite well. We got people here, which can also load up in this far section here, and then just head back over. And fingers crossed, knock on wood, things are going pretty well. The thundering outside is getting louder by the minute, but I'm not worried about that, okay? I'm making trains right now. Cloud, can you leave me alone for like 10, 15 minutes? I'd appreciate it. I don't think there's anything else we really need to work on upgrading. I don't really see a reason to upgrade this just yet. We don't even have 4 cars yet per train, so I'm really not worried about it. You can see now, though, sometimes we'll be having like half full deliveries, which I'm really not sure how that works. What I can also do instead of deleting this, I'm just gonna upgrade it just in case we actually needed it. And then all you do is this, and it literally upgrades all the possible ones, and it's so easy. I love it. Sweet. So all I have to do now is wait just a little bit of time. I'm gonna $20,000, and then I think we have to deliver some furniture, which is, I mean, that's literally all we do. So after this next delivery and maybe one more, we should have enough money to get it. I'm not really sure how much they pay per product, but once we get those, I think we can maybe start trying to expand on something else. We can maybe try doing like coal, because we use coal for pretty much everything. We can make glass right here. We just need sand. So we make sand, we bring it over here with the coal, and the coal and sand both drop off here. And I think all we do for this is just have 2 separate lines, a coal line and a sand line, and then a production line that goes and just joins up with this, because it's already set up. So they can just join onto here and then go sell, and that should be fine. We'll need some money for that, but it's going to help make us a little bit more money, which is going to be really good for the long run. Now, is it the most pretty setup? No. But does it work? Oh, yeah. And that's what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and AFK until I get to 20K, which shouldn't be very long whatsoever. I'll be back in no time. All right, so I just got the upgrade bot. It's going to be a little bit of time before it's actually ready to go. So I think in the meantime, I'm just going to keep buying trains, guys. I mean, this is easy. We're just going to keep buying trains, keep these guys going. To be honest with you, I need some more money, but once we get the next upgrade, is 90 kilometers an hour. So basically double the speed that they're able to travel right now, which is going to make things so much faster. It's also going to give us some new unique challenges. Like we're going to probably need multiple loading and unloading stations at each spot. Because I can see it, this one right here especially, it will get slowed down. Like this guy right here is not going to be able to go until this guy gets off the rail here. So there definitely are some optimizations to be made once we upgrade them. But they're good optimizations, because in the wrong one, we're going to be making way more money. So I'm happy with it. Got another little train here. Everything looks to be running pretty smoothly. I'll buy this one, max, and this will be our last train to buy for a while. I think that puts us at 13 trains, which is fine. But I want to get the research done and save up some money, because this is probably going to be pretty expensive, I had to guess. But I think we're going up to the old rails next. And basically what I'll start on is maybe just do like one way will make it faster than the other way, be slower for a little bit. Just depends on how much it's going to cost. Also, I learned this the hard way. You cannot start more than one research at once. If I go and click on this marker path one and hit the $3,000, it will remove that and take my money. Okay, so we do not, no matter what, we do not ever want to hit that button. That is a bad news bear every time of the week. All right, this over here needs to be cleaned up just so slightly. These lines should never connect. There we go. That's gonna make things a little bit easier. Right, let's get these all fixed up. Oh, we actually had the old rails already now. So let's see how much these are gonna cost. Just like a little strip here. Actually, it might not be that bad. Old rails. I am excited. So we want to go ahead and just do connected sections. So we're just gonna hit this button. We're gonna see how far this goes. This is gonna go all the way down to there. Do it again. Doesn't seem to be too pricey considering what we're getting. And look at the speed just increased. That's pretty absurd there. All right, yeah, this is pretty good. This is working really well. Now, dumb Moocah decided, hey, this is a good idea. Let's upgrade the way back first. That's not very smart at all. So we'll have to now work on the way there, which will be a little bit slower, but that's okay. Some purchases are really easy. Some purchases, oh, like this, for example. What is this? Guess I must have messed it up earlier. I'm out of money, but we got over half the line done. You can see, I think, yeah. This is going to be a lot faster. Now, can our trains even get to 90 quickly? Probably not. But they're always consistently over 50, and that's a win in my book. It's worth it. Now, this stuff over here, it's pretty pricey. But we got a lot of good stuff done. I'll continue to upgrade these, and then honestly, I'm just gonna save up money, and I'll be back once I can make something happen. So BRB. Okay, so we have $100,000, but you can see here, this thing here is a little bit upset. We're gonna build a second platform. Now we're gonna have to rework a little bit of stuff here, but like this, it's basically exactly what I said. And what I think I'm gonna do is just go like this. We're gonna have this turn into here and then back onto this road, and this road will just kind of hug and go around this way here, and we'll just reconnect it down here, and it'll be like nothing happened. Whoa, that's a new one. Okay, I fell through this through the floor, but it seems like we're okay. So anyways, that's gonna be our temporary solution. It's not the prettiest solution, I'll be honest. But hey, that's all right. It'll work, and that's all that matters. Oh, the turn is too sharp. It actually will not work. I completely lied to you. That looks a lot better. So that should solve basically all of that issue. And now that's all fixed up. We'll delete these connected sections here. And we have 2 spots to unload and load up furniture. That's going to make this so much faster. I don't think I need to worry about this section down here just yet. Looks like we're fine. There's enough of a runway there that thing shouldn't be too stuck. It will speed up now because of this, but it should be fine. And then I'll probably have to do the same thing here, but I haven't seen anybody stop. So once I see someone stop, then I'll go ahead and expand, but that's the same exact thing we'll do for all of them. So I have 120 grand. Let's go to research and start working on longer trains. We're going to need to deliver 480 tons of furniture really quickly, but that's no big deal. But then we can expand everybody's train by a lot. Is it 7 cars? Yeah, it is. So we'll do that for sure. We will have to go through, upgrade the capacity, but they are locked right now, so we'll have to upgrade those with research as well, I suppose. Yeah, I think it must be this one here. But yeah, we'll upgrade everything to a capacity of 7 trains, 7 cars, and that's going to be a tremendous upgrade for us. So I will get back to work and be back with a bunch of money so we can have some fun. All right, so I went ahead and just expanded quite a lot, but now it's time to get all of our vehicles up to 7. Now, to make the 7s actually work, I have to go to each of the places and actually increase the amount of capacities, which is no big deal at all. But what I need to really do is I'm going to replace all the stuff down, all the trains, and get them all to 7, which is, you know, a little bit annoying and a little bit expensive, but it will make us so much more money. Right now, I only have 1 train with 7. You can see him there. He is right there. But I also unlocked the better train upgrade. I haven't done it yet, but I did unlock it. And I'm going to need to, well, let's just see here. To get the faster diesel locomotives, we're going to have to go get some coal. So I'm thinking, first set of business here is we simply expand everything. And they only have 6 ones behind them, but 6 plus the one in the front makes it 7. So I'm just going to get all the guys to 7. We're probably going to lose a little bit of profit here and there, just because we probably had some that are about to deliver and they're going to get taken away. But we're just going to place them pretty much everywhere we can, and they'll sort themselves out eventually. It's going to take some time, but everybody's going to be having so much more potential profit. It's going to be worth it. Honestly, I feel like 6 is a great space to stop at. I'm also not sure when we unlock the caboose, but we need to unlock that as well. So that's going to help us move even faster, even more consistently. But there we go. Everybody's up to 7 now. Again, it's going to take a while to clear out, especially because everyone takes longer to load up. Get out of here. You know the drill. I do want to get another platform, but I have to unlock it. So really can't do much about that. We'll let that all kind of clear out. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new system for coal. So we have a coal mine right here. We have sand right there. So let me get to the coal mine real quick. I also want to go ahead and just unlock, like, for example, this. 3 grand. We need literally 1/3 of a train to deliver some logs, and we'll be good. But the coal mine is right here. So basically what we're gonna need to do is get some old rails, something like this, and we're gonna need to bring this all the way to here, which might be able to be possible with one straight swoop. I don't think it is. So we're gonna just go this away. And actually, let me make sure before I get too far ahead of myself. I gotta make sure that I have all of these on parallel. Because we're not parallel, y'all know what's gonna happen, okay? And I had to rebuild this. It'd be terrible. I'm tempted to do 3, but we're just gonna do parallel for now. Let's get around this mountain, then feed up the city here. Now, I'm not sure entirely what we're gonna do for the sand portion of this, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And I'm just gonna leave this kind of far back so we have some space to work with. And then we gotta go over here. We gotta grab the sand, which I think it's right here. And I actually, what I might just do is just plug this into this line. I'll let him just use this line. It'd be a heck of a lot easier. So I think we're gonna do exactly that. We're gonna just kind of swing this up to here. That's gonna give us a nice little intersection there. Then I also need to come back to here and just say right about there, try and get this like so. So now that we have sand, it'll work on that line. Now, the only thing I'm not sure about is if we had this all connected to the same line, if they will finish here and start getting confused and go into sand lines, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but I don't want to break it if possible. So I definitely need to have this separate now that I'm thinking about it. So we'll just go through here, delete these, unfortunately enough, and we'll just have to make our own spot here, which is fine. So you want to go here. We need to go up. We also could go above, I suppose. If I build that, that is not correct. Bring this height back down to 0. So we have a nice little bridge going over top of that. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just loop far around this side. It's going to give us a nice long bridge there. I fell onto the map again. That's fine, though. And then we'll come back over here. Old rails again. Make sure it's parallel. Yes. And then literally we'll just bring this to come out to here. Nice little tunnel there. Then we're just going to follow this as best as we can. I think maybe we'll just have it tie in like this. Go into a little spot there. So now we have sand and we have coal. Now I don't really know how this is going to work, because there's 2 drop-off points. We're going to go ahead and just build a second spot there. And then what I'll do is have to kind of leave them almost kind of separated. So we'll just say like this one will be for the sand and this one will be for the coal. And they have to just stay separate. And then of course add the transitions in here. So now this is its own section that should work perfectly. These are not going to connect, so they shouldn't break too bad. I need to get the signaling set up, of course. I also need to get like something like this set up where they can go and unload. I do want to just get a second platform. Of course, we're going to need to make sure these are expanded, and that's going to work a lot better there. Need some crossover points, and now I think we just add signaling and they should be working good. So from here that way, we'll do that direction. And from here behind us, make sure this is all going the opposite direction. Bang. Let's make sure this is all working. Yeah. Looks good. And then same thing here. We want the right to be going that way, other way, and this side to be coming this way. And that should, yeah, looks like it's going to work all the way to the spot. So I'm thinking we do maybe 4 trains per line. We don't really need a ton of trains, because there's not 4 different stops or whatever, but again, it would still be really nice to have. We'll just go ahead and actually, let me just upgrade this as well. We kind of need to just head over the top of this track best we can. Although it does look like we'll have to just cross over, which is fine. We'll just do that. So this will go here, there, from here, to there. Unfortunately, I didn't really plan it the best, so there is going to be this little junction thing here, but that's fine. Let's look at the signaling one more time. This, I guess that's, oh, that's bad. I don't want that. All right, now this should have fixed our signaling. All right, there we go. Bang. So now it should be as easy as just adding our trains for each line, and he should go to sand. We'll add 1 more for the sand. I don't know if I can like change their colors. And I think, well, yeah, let's go ahead and just do 3 per line. Okay, so we're all done there. So those 3 are gonna have quite the long way to head over, but it shouldn't be fine. It should be fine. I think we'll do, I mean, I guess we just do 3 over here, even though this is gonna be way overproducing. We'll take it. There's a second one, and finally, 3rd one. And this is gonna let us unlock the faster locomotives, which are gonna be very, very, very helpful. So this is gonna be a cool sight to see over here. This is also gonna start working. In terms of research, we need to, we can also get the 160, which is gonna be really good. But yeah, the faster diesel locomotives, that was all of our money, but that's gonna be worth it, because we're gonna have to just deliver 2,000 tons of coal, which is gonna be done hopefully pretty quick here. You can see these bad boys are filling up very nicely, and oh, we need to go ahead and just add some more to this guy if possible. Oh, he does have it. Okay, it's glitched out. Cool. And then let's make sure the sand's working, and this is going to be another line that's going to be complete. It should be good to go. Yeah, it looks like this train is now hauling out. Very good. So we'll see him arriving hopefully kind of shortly, because yeah, the trains on the original line definitely need some work. Now I can just go through here and pick these guys up and like set it so I can see it in the menu. It's gonna be useful, so I will do it eventually. But for now, this is exciting. We got another line of trains going. These guys put up at the exact same time. This is going to be 300 tons in one, 266 in the other. They actually were able to essentially take all of this guy's thing. Now, the upgrade attempt is in 7 minutes. I guess it just depends on how much is in there. I didn't even realize these things can actually upgrade. This is level 5. So, yeah, they do upgrade. And hopefully, these 3 will be able to suffice the needs of this bad boy here. And, yeah, that's exciting. So, we see this guy now leaving. Looks like it. And then this guy will pull in there, do the same thing. Now, sand shouldn't be, too terribly far out. I want to see how fast they can go up this hill over here. Does look like they have a bit of a hard time. Slow down to about 25 kilometers. I'm going to definitely need to add some more trains to this line. So we'll just add one now. I actually added him on the other side, but that's fine. We'll let him just get in the loop, and we'll just place another one. We'll add 2 more on this line, so hopefully it outscales it. We'll definitely have to see here. But this bridge over here is very cool, especially you can see that bridge as well. And yeah, I think that just keeping them on separate lines is cool. It would be very satisfying, but then it would make me have to do all like the micromanaging stuff, which does not excite me one tiny smidge. So we got the first coal kind of getting close to the factory, and this will be a big deal here. I'm also hoping it's going to give me a lot more money. what else can we start thinking about working on? We can get more platforms up to 4. That'd be very nice. The marker path, we'll go ahead and unlock it just for the completionist side of me. But yeah, these trains are actually going very fast. 70 kilometers an hour there. When they're full, they go about 60. These trains just are not very strong. But hey, it's not going to be too much longer before we can start upgrading all of our trains. And I do think that this line here will need the upgrade first because, well, you all know. Now, one more thing we do need to do is we need to make a line that will take the completed glass panes and sell them. Now, the sand line is close to it, so tagging it in would be simple enough. Now, is there a way I can keep them separate? If there's another freight center up here, I'll just use that. Don't see one. There is one over here on the coast, but that's extremely far. And there's some other ones there, but yeah, these are all pretty far. So yeah, I do think we sort of need to get this one so let them be able to sell here. Now, what I would like to do ideally is just upgrade the more platforms, right, to 4, which I can do after I complete this one. And then I just plug this stuff in on the other side, and it never goes on these lines. Everything mixes and everything's good. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We should have some coal finally arriving. Now, I'm hoping these guys are not going to load up with a bunch of other stuff as well. We really do not need that. These guys are also limited because there is only one line coming in here. But once we expand this, it'll make it a lot better. If we can get to 4, we could do, well, we're kind of cooked there too. But we could do one for exporting, 2 for sand, or 2 for coal, and then 1 for the other one. So the first train with sand is getting here, although it's the one that's actually empty, so it's actually not getting here. However, we do have coal, and the coal is worth a lot, so this is good. See how we're doing on research. Okay, we need about 1,600 tons more. Get 200 there, 158 there. By the time we get back, there's some more sand there. By the time they get back, there's 300 more waiting on them. Okay, this will work fine. I really could use this though, right? Think about this. All I have to do is take the sand guys and tell them, hey, you've just simply got to go from sand to the glass factory. And I just get like 1 or 2 trains that will just fill up every so often and head out on their route, back over yonder, and then sell over there. I think that's what I'm going to do, but I don't need to set up the sand guys. And then I can have multiple things running in and not have to worry so much about that. But yeah, there's a lot of different options. That's kind of the fun part of this game. This is also hopefully going to upgrade eventually. We're just now getting sand in here. So the storage says it's full, which I hope that's just storage is full for coal and not for sand as well. I mean, if that's the case, I don't know what they expect me to do. All right, cool. It is separate. So we should start seeing the production of this bad boy start as well. And that's that all set up. Sweet. So there is one, I think, also behind it. Yeah, there is. Awesome. So the sand is keeping up very nicely, which is awesome. Same with the coal. Coal seems to be doing very well as well. We got something happening here. Storage capacity, loading speed. Okay. So this is going to give us a little boost for a little bit. That's awesome. So you'll see we will start stacking this up quite fast. We're just going to need a whole lot more of this. Now, the question is for me, I was going to say how much did it cost, but I'm not going to cancel that. I remember taking all my money, so that's too much. I think this happens every time one of our buildings upgrades, because trees into rectangle shaping, aka plank production. I don't know why this says all that weird stuff. This is upgraded again, level 7 now. Okay, so you can see our loading speed goes up, production speed goes up, everything goes up quite nicely. The deforestation definitely needs to keep upgrading because they load real slow. So up to 250 tons of glass panes. Unfortunately, there's not much we could do about that. We've just got to kind of wait. But with that next... Okay, so we need 1,300 more. So it's just going to take some time. So while this all goes, let's look at the map of what else we can maybe start. So we have an iron smelter here. We also have an iron mine here. We could, ship the products from here up on the iron mine down to the smelter. We are going to also need some coal, however. There's also one right here. That's way easier. And then what I should do is just... I could have... this plant's here, other plant's there. And what is that plant? Copper plant. I could just have one big highway, maybe like a 4-laner, right? That just goes and sells. People can just consistently run back and forth between all the different spots and sell everything. But I don't really know. I got so many ideas in my head right now. All right, the sand production is not only producing faster, but seems to be getting stuck more often as well. Now, we also could just go sell the coal or the sand immediately, because it does take all other cargo types, which is nice. I don't really think there's really any point to doing all that setup because we're going to be changing it anyways. But I guess in the beginning, I could have just gone right to there and started selling and not had to worry so much about it. I didn't know that, so there y'all know if you didn't already. So I'm going to wait for this to finish and be back once we get 1,300 tons of coal. Okay, I'm back, and I have a solution-ish thing. Dude, the rails in this game are so buggy when you're placing anywhere near a bridge or like a slight slope. It's crazy. But I basically had to make a whole nother bridge that comes over here and under here. Does some funky stuff through here. You can maybe see it right here. Yeah, funky stuff through here. Joins back up with this, and then they can go in depot. And the only other issue I have now is I gotta connect this to here. Like, look at this. It's like not even connecting. It's like so buggy. There we go. All right. So now everything should hopefully be running well. I just have one train on this line because I don't want to stock up, you know, the whole system too much. I don't want to be too oppressive on it. But I think, let me just test this. By the way, I realized if you hover over a car or a train, you can see what they are. So I do think I need to sell all my trains, to be honest, because if I go to buy, yeah, I can now buy this one, which is $20,000. Goodness gracious, but it goes 110 kilometers an hour max speed. Max speed on these bad boys is only 80. One thing I do need to go ahead and do right away is more platforms. Start that instantly. We need 500 tons of furniture to complete, which wouldn't take too long in my mind. All right, we need to get this bad. What if we start connecting multiple locomotives together to make our train more powerful? All we need is glass panes, which we are officially making. Once we get this, you know, upgrade for this bad boy, we can get this running even better. But you can see here, hopefully everything's working. Hey, if they don't take a load of sand, it's gonna be just fine. We have max glass panes, so I'm really not too worried about it. Now, if I go to this guy, if I go to buy and I get a new train, yeah, you can see I can just go ahead and hit clone line. I just hit clone line, and he's gonna have the exact same line as the other guy. And I'm just gonna come place him back here on the little bridge so that he just joins in the fun. Nice, we got a nice little new train. It's gonna be able to pull stuff a little bit easier and hopefully make a big difference in the long run. W. And let's see. Other than that, we're gonna wait just a couple of seconds until we get the more platforms again. But there we go. Now you can see this guy has the panels loaded up. We already have another 1,000 tons of glass panels ready to go. So we got that ready and loaded up. We need literally just 7 more unloads, 6 more unloads, and we can get the more platforms. And I'll start upgrading on this one first. Now I might have to redo some lines, but I think for the most part this should work. Nice. So now build another one, and we can actually build another one. I'll go ahead and do it, and we don't have to necessarily use everything yet, but I also want to go ahead and get better rails. So if I go back to upgrades, let me get to connecting locomotives first. It's going to cost $100,000. We need 2,500 tons of the glass stuff first. It's pretty expensive, but I'm thinking we'll just literally, first off, let's go upgrade this so there's no threat of these combining. I guess we can keep that line. Nah, I don't need to though. We don't need to. It's just kind of unloading this furniture. Okay, we'll go ahead and build this. It'll delete them, but I don't care at all. Let's max this all the way out. Should have a vehicle. Oh, it didn't make him this time. Sweet. So here we go. Now we have 2 more extra spots here, and I am literally gonna use just one of them. I don't want to use both because I want to be able to have another spot for us to use. Now you can see the height's -1. Let's fix this. And I don't even care if this takes a while. We get basically infinite money now, so we can just add more trains until this makes sense. But let's see, we're gonna end up way clear over there. I see a little opening through these little houses here. Bang. Nice bridge there. Sweet. And then I'm thinking we'll just need to go see if I have the money to do this. I'm just gonna go like this. Just run all the way over here and just connect it to here. All right, it's not gonna work. Well, give me an option to a little bit ago. Popping it out here, is that a bad idea? Not really. Let that just come down like so. Head far this way here and just let these boys circle up on the very outside option. Hey, is this gonna be crazy? Probably so, but it's all right. So now, let me just find these 2 glass panes. I need to make sure these guys actually deliver, though. I haven't seen a load go all the way from start to finish yet, so I'm a little nervous. See, this guy here is waiting on someone to clear, which I believe is just, yeah, it's just this guy or something. Maybe he's underground? Waiting for another train to clear the track in front. It must be this track here. I just don't understand what it's waiting on. No one's underground there. I have no idea. I'm so lost. Well, it's okay. We're gonna delete this line anyways. It was never gonna work. All connected sections, please. Just gonna delete all that confusing stuff. And then all we're gonna do is say, we need to add these to this line. Before I do, and before I forget again, we gotta make this a double line. Got to. Or else we're gonna do the exact same problem. I won't be able to fix it. So we're gonna fix this real quick. But with the faster locomotives, alongside, well, the faster tracks as well, we should be fine to do this. we're gonna have this come out, you know, just a tinny, tiny tad. Then maybe from here, we could go to 2. We're gonna have to try to basically go through everything here. Let me just back up and just do this a better way. I could, yeah, I'll have it leave from this way. There's no reason to have it leave from that way. Just do 1 track. By the way, I figured out how this works. Every time this rolls, it is getting an upgrade for us. So it is good when that rolls, because we're getting an upgrade on one of our buildings every time. All right, we're gonna just shoot all the way across here. Bing, bada, bang. And hopefully this will just decide to go out the mountain here. It's not seem like it wants to. Okay. I want to stay away from crossing lines as much as possible, because it is so glitchy that it'll just break the game. All right, there's a little bit of a tunnel there, which is fine. Now we just gotta go right back through here. That's some really good distance there. Great. There's the map broken again. Okay, there's the map breaking again. Oh, you guys know I love glitches like that. Oh, it just makes me so happy. All right, finally, we can come out right here. I'm like scared I can run away. Yeah, it almost got me again. I can smell it coming. Pull it out to about there, and then we'll go back down to 1. Just plug this 1 in right there. Sweet, so that's going to completely remove the need for anything to ever cross. You need the signaling to be correct. You want this one to be going one direction, this one to be going the other direction. That should work all the way. This is a pretty cool system here, though. It gets to go through the city, over a nice bridge, through the city again, and it looks like it's gonna work pretty good. So I'm gonna get to work on this, let this AFK, and hopefully get some good upgrades. Okay, spend some time, and it's time to finally do 2 things. First off, we need to start working on better rails. It's gonna cost quite a lot of money, about half our money. But once we deliver this stuff, which will be a while, admittedly, once we deliver that stuff, though, everything should be a little bit easier. Second thing I want to do, I should have unlocked... Oh, unless I sold. Okay, I didn't sell because I didn't have this one active, I don't believe, but I need to get this one as well. But we're going to need to get quite a lot of glass, which we don't really have. This is delivering very fast, which I want to just go ahead and fix that. So the thing I'm going to do is we get to just quickly delete all of our trains, except for the ones that are already, look at this is kind of funny, the ones that are already improved. So I think let me see here, the ones with the 2 square windows in the front, those are the new ones. So like everything else I need to go ahead and just sell. Now, this is gonna hurt our production for a minute, but worry not, because everything is going to be replaced with super fast ones. And I guess I didn't have very many new ones, because I am clicking on quite a few here. Yeah, I guess I really didn't have very many new ones, but I had a whole lot of old ones. So this will be a pretty big increase to everything. I know for a fact that we don't have like any new ones on the sand line, I don't believe. So maybe this is going to be just game breaking. Basically, what I'm going to do is just take this, and we're just going to clone it. 9, 10. That's 10 clones of that. And what we'll do is we'll just put, let's say, 10 on this line. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If that worked. Now, they're all going to be kind of a little bit messed up, but they should eventually figure everything out. And that's going to be a nice upgrade for everything over there. I think we actually had like 12 or 13, but that's okay. And then we can do, I think we had 3 on this line. 2, 3. Very nice. And then, okay, I'll have to check that line up there, because we definitely, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 9 placed right now. So some of these are not placing. That's 1, that's 2. That should be 3. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm grabbing the wrong ones. Okay, let me lock in, guys. I'm sitting here grabbing the ones that are on the line, just replacing them. Let me lock in. Okay, so this time, we want 3 over here. For real this time. Now, we're going to want 10 over here. This is making more sense now, people. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not smart. 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so we're up to 15 right now. So, or 13. So this is exactly right. We have 10 on this line, 3 on the coal line. So we're gonna need 1, 2. Oh, we're actually out of money. That's not good. All right, well, we'll get these ones going again. We'll start making money here shortly. But to clone one, we're gonna need $24,000 for each one, which is quite a lot of money. But if these guys can start rock and roll again, we should be fine. But yeah, okay. You can see here, this guy is slowly but surely upgrading. What we don't want to have happen while doing this is for our stuff to all downgrade. That would be bad. I think what I'm gonna do, right? We're gonna unlock this. Research is gonna take a little bit of time. We're gonna unlock this. Then what I want to do. Sorry, a stink bug just landed on me and it scared the crap out of me. Is I want to go and get more connecting locomotives, and we'll put 2 of the actual trains per train, and that's just gonna help speed everything up quite a lot. because then we're gonna actually be able to go the max speed, yada yada. And when we're pulling a bunch of trains, I think we're gonna need multiple trains, so it's gonna work out for the best. So these guys are gonna take a little bit of time to kind of unclog, but it shouldn't be too much longer. And I'm gonna keep one in storage just so I can continuously clone him, but I'm gonna get everything set back up. I'm gonna do 6 on the sand line to double the production of that, and then probably 4 on the glass delivery line. You know, on this line, I want 10 because it's both ways. It's quite a big route, and honestly, I just like the way it looks when a bunch of trains are moving around. Okay, sue me. So what I'm gonna do is get the more powerful train by linking them together, and then I think we're gonna move up to the 160 kilometer an hour train rails, which are gonna be sweet. Now, in terms of vehicles, the next 2 trains that we can get are electric. So in terms of top speed for normal trains, this is what we're cooking with for now. And these guys have a top speed of 110 kilometers compared to 80. So they're actually going to be able to use these next roads a lot better. But it's kind of a waiting game until these guys get kind of situated. So I'll be back once I get everything figured out. Okay, so there we go. I got a lot of stuff done. I got a lot of trains more on lines than I need, probably. This is quite a lot. I also want to have made a loop-de-loop. I'm testing out to see if this is more efficient. Because instead of them having to turn around, they can just get out of the way, and then this guy can just pull up in here, right? I'm thinking it's going to be a little more efficient. However, I don't really know. Also, over here on this side of things, I've still been upgrading this line just by adding more trains every once in a while, but I've been focusing a lot on these lines here. And I went ahead and just made these 2 lanes. So the coal's now here. This is only 1 lane. You don't need more than 1 lane on this. I'm not getting that many pickups. But now we have 2 things for drop-offs for sand, because we need literally double the amount of sand we have coal. And when they're done, they can just exit. They go up to the mountain here, a little loop-de-loop, out here, and it comes and connects back into the original path, just to keep things flowing a little bit nicer, because they were getting pretty clogged up at one point. And you can see now, I'm starting to finally get on top of everything. I got a bunch of trains now running to sand, so this should be pretty good. Now, in terms of research, I'm getting very close to finishing this, and as soon as I'm done with that, we're going to get glass panels. And what I think I'll do first is just upgrade the route for the glass panels to be delivered in terms of speed, because on this mountain over here, I didn't really do a great job of this, so it still does go up in elevation, there's the word, quite a lot. But when they come to the factory, they do get halfway. That's downhill, they go a little bit faster, and when they go to sell, they do a bit halfway downhill, that's faster. Unfortunately, both ways, you get halfway, it's uphill. And you can see, like, these guys slowed to an absolute crawl. 25 kilometers an hour, which they're supposed to be going 90. And look at this guy. He's really struggling. So, I'm going to up the speeds on all the existing rails. And then we also have to go ahead and just add more locomotives to each train. Which, I'm not going to lie, is going to be a little bit annoying. Although all I have to do is pick them up and then edit them one by one. Like, I wish it was a buy all or edit all button. Unfortunately, there is not. But we're already up to 100k again, which is splendid. And I don't think I need to add any more. I also don't really have to worry too much about the speed thing. This is the only line where it really affects stuff, because these guys over here don't really go over much of a evolution change. These guys experience a little bit, but these guys especially over here on this line really have it pretty easy. If I go to build, I do have old rails here, right? Yeah, I do. Okay. So these guys are going slow, but I think it's because he's just slowing down to stop up here. I think that's the only reason. You should see, yeah, there's 60. I imagine eventually they can get up to speed. But yeah, this line over here is working very well. It's actually, all right, now they're getting back finally. I was going to say it's a little bit dead, but they are just now finally making their loops. And I think we should be good. It's not going to be very longer before we drop off 200 and 300 of those. But we are still so much further ahead on the coal that it's not even funny. At least we can finally unload the coal. But because we've been working so hard at this place, you can see that our storage capacity is awesome. And it keeps continuing to get upgrades. This is really good. But I literally cannot keep up with the sand production. I also can't keep up with the glass pane production. Or, sorry, delivery. Finally, someone got back. I haven't seen one get back in so long. So I'm just going to keep adding trains to this system. And hopefully, it makes quite a difference. I had one more right now. It's about $24,000 for each one. But there we go. We're gonna go ahead and just start unlocking this now. We need oh my gosh, 2,500 tons of glass panes delivered. That's pretty expensive. It'll be a lot of money, and the deforestation volunteers also got upgraded, but it's just a lot. So we gotta go change range to connected sectors. Let's just see how much this is about to be. Okay, that was all of my money basically. I have 2,000 bucks left over. Wow, it's about 300 bucks for each rail. Okay, well, we're gonna get as far as we can for now. These guys over here are definitely gonna need some work. We got a little bit of ways. It's not gonna make much of a difference, honestly. I probably should just maybe use these over here, but I mean, eventually we're gonna want to have this as fast as possible, so it won't be good for it'll be good for the long run. But yeah, like these guys are just gonna struggle quite a bit. I do want to see, like, if I upgrade all these right here, will you notice a big difference? They do go faster. They do go faster. Okay, that's good. So that's just gonna take some time to save up for. I need probably 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 to even be close to that. We do need to get the generic rails on this side upgraded to just to make this hill climb a little bit easier. Well, you can see that I can only afford about 3 or 4 sections, so that's not gonna do a whole lot for us. Luckily for us, this thing is still getting upgraded. More production speed is beautiful. Only thing I'm wishing for now is more trains on the glass pane delivery route. But we might have a little bit already. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. We might not have any yet. So I'm going to get to work on this. I'm literally just going to upgrade all the rails as much as possible and spam add more trains as much as possible. So hopefully, I don't know, see a bit of a dent in this. Luckily, when we're unloading these glass panes, we're making a lot of money, so that's helpful. But I'm also tempted to do something else, because I just need another way of income. And I'm thinking, if I teleport over here by clicking now, there's an iron smelter right here. It needs coal and raw iron, and this will be able to be produced for, I think it's steel beams. We have an iron mine right here and a coal mine right here. So just real quickly, I'm going to just get something basic. I'm just going to do old rails, because let's face it, I can't really afford anything else. I'm just going to grab this. And we need to bring this literally so far. Is this where we need to bring this? Yep, it is. Now, the coal seems to be up there. I can't really do a whole lot with this. That's 117,000. It is certainly kind of what we need to do, though. $182,000 to really get this built. I mean, I could build it in maybe a little bit more efficient way. Maybe if I go in a little bit more. 63K right there. We'll just build this. I guess I'll have to just kind of wrap it around. But this is gonna be interesting, that's for sure. Get this now to here, because I could just pump it into this side. It'll be about 28 grand. It's got to go out quite a long ways. It will be useful, however. I also need to make sure that this thing is... I need to have a little bit more space, because I need to make sure the right lane is on the inside, not like this. It needs to be opposite here, see? I'll do something like this for now, and then something like this. It'll be about 5K. We go down to 1 track. Already know we're gonna have to upgrade this. This is just not gonna be possible without it, probably. All this pretty expensive, but it's gonna be worth it. And I guess for now, do we just buy basic little train to just try and make this profitable? You know, and look, I mean, look how far this is. This is insane. Go ahead and make sure this is the correct. Yeah, and this has to be the other direction. I mean, this should work fine. So now we are gonna need to put some of that stuff in there. We're gonna need some more money here soon to add the coal onto here. We could do the same line just to save money, but again, I really would prefer not to do that. But there we go. Like, this is gonna work great for a very fast train, because everything here, I mean, hopefully should be pretty freaking efficient. But I will do a second platform. We'll make sure these are nice and long. This is gonna be nice and attached here. We need to just quickly add some crossover points. I hope that all run a little bit smoothly-ish. This is producing raw iron, and I'm just gonna get rid of that one. I mean, there's no reason to have this little tiny train on here. I like the idea of it, but I'm just gonna sell it, and we'll just make an actual good train. Okay, I want to be able to get to 6. Don't want to only have 5. We'll get this, plug it in, and you know, even 1 train is better than 0, because it's at least sort of efficient. There we go. That one's maxed out. Place her there. Let's make sure the signaling is correct. Looks good to me. Although these need to be blank. Okay, that should be better. Actually, I think you want to do it before these ones. There we go. So there we go. That guy should be working. He's gonna go back and forth from the iron to the other spot there, and then we just need to do the exact same thing. We need 2 parallel tracks. This one should hopefully be a little bit cheaper. To be honest, I don't really know how this is gonna work. But yeah, I think we just need to kind of bring it between these 2 buildings. I absolutely hate when it does that. This one could be pretty much just straight. It's just not building the second one. Okay, I love this game already. We're gonna need a little bit more money than 11 grand to do this, but basically, once I make some more money, I'm gonna plug this in, get this kind of sorted. I guess what I really should do is plug the coal in the very end, and then have 2 in the middle heading to the freight terminal. The freight terminal is actually pretty close, which is nice. Now, I'll come in here, upgrade this, of course, but for now, just upgrade it to there. There we go, bang. And then we just need to add this last line. That's literally all we gotta do now. A little one there. Somebody's getting upgraded at the freight terminal. Nice, very cool. We finally unlocked the advanced signaling as well, which is nice. I don't think we're gonna be anywhere near the glass stuff just yet, but we should be closer. I need like 1 delivery from 1 train. Please, somebody deliver something. We'll be good. See, 29 grand for this. Then I'll come back through, upgrade all the railroads everywhere. That should be pretty helpful. But I think the iron bars are going to be useful. Now, we're only going to be selling iron. So this isn't actually like a fully efficient line just yet. We still need to add a couple more things. And you know this is a far track because that first train we placed down still hasn't made it, which is insane. That's insane. Signaling needs to be this. Okay. This is all correct. About right. Need to add. There we go. That should be working good now. We need to add one little train to this. He'll start getting coal, hauling it back to the factory. And then we just need one train to haul the completed materials back over yonder. And that should be fine. Luckily, the selling portion of this is the quick part, which is very rare, honestly. We finally got some iron ingots being delivered. Sweet mama jama. It's possible. Pop this bad boy here. You won't be able to pick anything up yet, but we'll have this is officially running. So these might sell for a ton. These might sell for none. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure just yet, but I'm hopeful. And when we upgrade this to the next level and get some multiple trains on each one, we're going to be absolutely chilling. I'm going to buy one more of these just for this line. It's just insane. It's insane how long this line is. Luckily, it is flat though, so that's good. That's going to be very fast. There we go. So we have a raw, I guess, iron ingot production line. There is this over here, which does create these steel beams. However, doing this means we're going to take the stuff from the iron smelter all the way back up there. And I just don't think that's even remotely possible yet. I mean, it is. It's just going to take a long time, which means I'm going to need a lot of money. So I probably should AFK for quite some time. I'm going to need millions upon millions of dollars for this, basically. You see there, they do max out 90 kilometers an hour, though, on this road, which is sweet. Not road. Railroad, I guess, technically. So, yeah. We should see some profit coming from this here shortly. It is I think it's 2-to-2 ratio, or maybe 1-to-1 ratio. To be honest, I have no idea. So we'll kind of just forget about that for now. We'll come back once we have more money and upgrade that and stuff. But for now, let's see the resources. Very close. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And once I get that, I have a feeling I can skyrocket this glass production to the moon. But of course, it's going to take some time. So I need about 400 more tons of this stuff. I think each train carries about 250. So that's one train there. Next train hopefully is near. We got one right there. Perfect. So I'll be back once I have a lot more money and a lot more resources and probably upgraded rails and everything. I'm going to take care of all that stuff. Ain't no business y'all watching that. So I'll do all that stuff and then be back with tons of money. Okay, I've officially AFK'd and done some work. And as you can see, everything is now speedy. I mean, there's a couple of things here I have to upgrade. There we go. That's it, though. You can see we have, let's see, what is this? $14 million? That'll work good. And with the $14 million, the thing that I want to do the most is be able to somehow store more trains per place. Now, I did unlock the upgrade to have up to 8 different platforms at once. And that basically looks something like this eventually. So we have 4 for each way it's coming. I also went ahead and split up everything in sections. So now there's a section that runs from this building to this building to the sell point, the tree farm to this building. There's just a bunch of different little buildings instead of having one giant line, and it's just being a little bit more efficient. But you can tell, like here, for example, people are waiting. So I'm going to take that as a sign to go ahead and build some more spots. We're going to build the max amount we can possibly do. You see, we cannot extend this anymore. I don't know what we have to research to do that. I think it might be this. So we're going to start this research here. It'll take a little bit of time, but that's okay. And now I'm just going to kind of reconfigure all this stuff. Just got to sell these for now and let these guys pass and sell these for now. And now we just come back through here and sort of rethink this whole situation. Let's see, I want this to go straight in, and this one has to merge in, and this one has to also merge in. There we go. Now over here, this one's gonna be a little bit more tricky. Basically, all I do is just back these up a little bit. There we go, something like this. We need some crossover points, and then from here we go to here, and from here we go to here. And that should work fine for there. So that's going to allow us to have 4 drop-off points and 4 pickup points. And that's going to make life just a little bit easier. I need to make sure I place those extra trains down. Place one there. We can place one on this row. And this one on this row. And I just need to keep building more and more trains. I went and built this train, which looks kind of ridiculous. I wanted to see if it would make a big difference. It really doesn't, to be honest. All the railroads are upgraded, though, which is nice. We're going to just pop this guy down here. This guy's throwing a fit, but he's just waiting for these guys to get out of the line. But you can see now we can fill up 4 trains at once. There's probably an even more efficient way to do this so that they're not all like doing one crossover in the end. Because you'll see here, everybody else will stop while this guy gets through. So I figured now is as good a time as any to just redo this whole system. But basically, I'm thinking we'll like delete them all the way back here, give ourselves tons of space to work with. And then I should be able to fix these up quite easily. But I just need to do them once so I can get a feeling for them. And then from there, I can just pretty much copy and paste the idea. So I want them to all have really long runways going into the spot because I don't want them to be stuck like on top of everything. I want people to be able to move in nice and close. Now, at the very end, it's got to go down to 2 rails. So I think what we'll do is we'll have crossovers for each of the outside to the middle 2. And then from the middle, we'll have one up there. And we can have these lined up. These guys coming in here, I guess. That looks cool. I don't know if that's going to be efficient or how this is going to work, but definitely looks cool. And then we make sure this is correct and then this is correct. I'm thinking this is going to give us a little bit more runway, though, for everyone to fit in here at once. You'll see this guy will just go straight in. Oh, we already have one connection there, so they can go on the outside there. And they can cross over in the middle, over again. Okay, we'll have to just watch this and see. But I do think this is going to work pretty much spectacularly. Now, will he go right here or will he go left? He's going to go right, get in the very top lane. Because the annoying thing is everyone's going to end up in this lane here. Let's go ahead and place this guy back down, have him head out. And honestly, this thing over here needs to be increased as well. So we're going to just max this out as well. And then we'll have to do the same sort of setup over here. All right, there we go. I can actually just place down 4 at once. These just come out to like here, come out to like here, and then let's see. The middle 2, of course, need to just line up like usual, but the rest of these, let's see, the little X there, both those covered. And then I think we just like try to join these all up accordingly, I guess. I'd be lying if I said this didn't look a little bit chaotic, but they're coming from this side. They need a way to get to all the way over here. So now, these guys here. Oh, the turn is too sharp. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. I honestly think that it might be time to just have this be like a 4-laner. If we're gonna have 8 spots for like selling, we're gonna need to redo this. Now, in turn, this is going to hurt pretty much everything pretty bad, but that's okay. Don't worry about it, guys. It's going to be fine. So all we got to do now is redo the entire thing from start to finish. I think we'll do a 4 sized railroad here. Just maybe bring everything out just to keep everything looking nice. And these middle 4 will be the actual, I don't want to say highway, but highway. Now, just to connect them to here is actually fine. The only issue we're going to have now is joining up all 8 into this one. But looks to me like this right here, a little bit janky, but it should work. And then all we have to do is just say, hey, the inside lane can go to this one, and the outside lane can go to this one. Inside lane here, outside lane there. And then we just want to add some crossover points so they can go on as well. So if there's one there, we want to have one here. And I guess we just do 2 X's on each side now. And with those, they should be able to decide wherever they want to go. Now, in terms of signaling, I want this to go this way. And let me get this set up first, and then we can set it up. I think it's going to be pretty easy. Everything's going to end up here. However, we're also going to need a way for this line to get over here and this line to get over here. And I guess vice versa. So something like that, I guess, is going to work pretty good. Signaling needs to be this way and this way. Okay, I think this is going to work. Signaling, this is going to have a little bit of space over here. I will go ahead and just set these ones to be like the others so that they have to go a certain way here. Same with these. And okay, let's add some trains in here and see what happens. But this should hopefully stop the congestion just a tad and allow everything to run quite smoothly. And then we can have more trains as well, which is gonna be sweet. But literally everyone's driving, which is good. We have enough space for everybody, which is definitely a certain. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay, keep this going. Keep this going, guys. We need more of this. Okay, now I'm going to see an issue here because, like, these guys are going to have to wait when these guys are ready to leave. So instead of that, what I'll do is get here, they can go to here. If they get here, they can go to here. If they wait a little bit longer, this guy can go over here, and this guy can go over here. That looks absolutely ridiculous, but I think that should work. If they're over here, they're already good. It's out of the way back. That's fine. This guy is apparently waiting for someone to clear the track. Let's just place him on the other side so he gets out of the way. Okay, this guy's heading over. I think this is going to cut across, so that's fine, right? Yep. Excellent job. That is somehow miraculously not too sharp. I like that. My other option is just make it a complete loop. Then I can keep all this stuff, but they won't ever have a need to come back this way, which will save me a lot of heartache. So let me actually do that. So we will literally just do something like this. Bang. We'll take these 4 and we'll feed them onto this one. Bang. Everything looks to be connected. And then we just set these to be one way, like so. So these are now all one way. And then back here, we just say, hey, these have to be one way. All right. So now, yep, they get cleared. They head out back to the loop. And yep, those are forcing to go back in that way. And I think that's going to work just fine. We can actually take 2 of these down, but I don't even care. I think they're going to use them anyways. We will need spots for these guys to cross over. Give people some nice space here. That should be fine. This is probably, honestly, the best way to do this is to have it be a complete loop. Even for places like this, like you probably just need to have it be a complete loop. And with that, I think we should go ahead and just get some more trains. Oh, we can now get up to 11 length long. Okay, that's pretty insane. I'm also realizing I didn't make a way for them to get over to the left side here. So I'm just selling, guys. Pop in that there and then this there. Then they can go hopefully all the way across for just that first one. I have to kind of watch and see if they can. Gonna keep adding more and more trains. Luckily, everything seems to be working pretty good now. We did complete that research. I need to try. I don't know what I need to get. I guess I just start working on one of these. I don't see a way to increase. Oh, now I can. So I guess it must be tied to, okay, it must be tied to the upgrades. Got it. So here we go. We're gonna max this out up to 12 cars per train now. Now, not every car or train is at 12 yet. We have 1 and 11, but I need to go through and upgrade all of my spots now so I can then go and upgrade all my trains eventually. This year is still not getting a whole ton of wood from our facility, which is very unfortunate. We have a lot of ideas floating around, but I think we just honestly need more trains. So what I'm gonna do is we'll do 3 of these and we'll max out this. And we'll see how this one runs. It's gonna be 3 trains with a giant trail on them, but the max is only 12, so I need to take off 1. Okay, maybe I do 1 less car or something. All right, so if we look here, this guy, yep, okay, I was gonna say should go up into that one. I might need to add some new rails here so they can go onto the inside ones as well. I did make it so they can cross over now, and that should fix a lot of those issues there. There we go. Now this guy's using that instead. Perfect. Which should then clear up our next big train. Yeah, this train here is massive. Okay. Now I'm just going to go through and add a couple of really powerful trains that are up to 12. There's going to be 2 trains and 10 tracks in total. And I'm just going to make sure all of my businesses are maxed out, because that's just going to be very helpful. Especially for something like this over here where we are constantly looks like running out of space. It's gonna be very useful to get this one maxed out as well. I did break some trains. I think one was on the sand line. This one was probably on the sand line as well. And I'm gonna redo this right now. So there's the sand line set up again. We'll do the bottom 2 for these over here. Those are already all set up and good to go. And then we'll do these 3 for the coal. Those are all set up and good to go. That will be up and ready to cross. Okay, cool. So this should be working fine. Oh, for a fact, I did take some off of these. These new trains we got are freakishly long, and they're going to be able to move a ton of product, which is very helpful. I need to actually see how much one of these is worth, because I need to start just cloning them, making them work everywhere. I do want to get some more maybe for this line here. We have 1650 in there. We are now, again, running out of sand, so I need to get some good sand lines going here. So we'll do 2 and 10. So it's 47,000 to clone it. Let's just get, I don't even care. We're spending a lot of money right now, but it's fine. We need to use this money for something. That's quite a lot of good trains there. And we'll just start adding these guys into here. Let's add 3 of these big boys into here. And these big guys should also be able to pull that hill a little bit easier. So there we go. Sand line should be fine. That should be a big increase for sand line, which should work great. I do need to go upgrade the sand line. I also need to upgrade that. No, I already upgraded that one, so that one's fine. But you can see here, we still only have 2 platforms. So we're going to just build max, maybe just a couple more. We also could use this sand for something else in the future. So I'm going to max this out just for now. All right, there we go. Now this is pretty much already good. All I need to do is just add another spot in here, another spot in here. We'll have 4 total, and then these 2 just get plugged back into here. And problem solved. So there we go. It's a nice sand line production upgrade as well. We definitely, maybe didn't need it, but we definitely want it. But now I think it's time I just grab some stuff off a line. Like, for example, these guys, and we just start upgrading them all. Also, by the way, I need to make sure these are all maxed out. Very nice. We're just going to take all these trains, pick them all up, and upgrade all of them at once. Now, this might be time to expand this as well over here, just to get it a little bit more efficient. But let's see. I already have some 12 cars from where it's bottom, so what we're going to do is we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll do 10 of the upgraded trains per line. Now it might take a little bit of time to get there. As you can see here, we just completely took all the stuff out of this facility. So it might take a little bit of time to get there, but I do think it's gonna work a little bit better. You can also see here, these guys are waiting. Now, if we go and we get this research here, we can make trains keep less distance between each other, which we definitely need to get. But it's going to cost electronics, which I don't know how to get that. So that's something to work on next. There we go. We got these big old trains now working good over there. We got a bunch of trains here. We need to just go ahead and upgrade. So we need 2 of these and 10 of these. All right, I got a bunch more trains now, all leveled up. And I think I want to plop them all on this line over here. There is still a pretty bad traffic jam here. Now, my other solution is I move the whole intersection further out, which gives people more time to make their changes and stuff, and I think that's going to make things a little bit better. So I'm going to leave these here, because people might still use them. All the way back here, we're going to start doing some crossovers. So that is 1 lane change covered. Then just a little bit further up, we'll do that change there, and then that change there. And then we need this one to this close one, and this one to the far one. And I think that should work a little bit easier. Maybe it makes us a little bit less congested, and that's fine with me. I like that. Oops, sorry, I messed that up. Let's go ahead and just collect all these trains and make sure we have a minimum of 10 over here. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so cool. These guys should be working now. It's a lot of trains, a lot of storage we can move around, which is awesome. And hopefully these guys can keep this whole thing afloat. So right now we are down on wood production. Now a lot of that is admittedly the drop-off section. It's terrible, to be honest. Our coal line got a little bit messed up, but we got it fixed. There we go. But this line here is going to be a pretty busy line, admittedly. All this over here is looking better. We do have people using the top rows, which is perfect. It's exactly what we need to be happening here. And I'm still not able to take these down. We got a lot of people complaining over here. It's this coal line, I think. Still, yeah, it is for some reason. I don't know what he's talking about. They literally pulled up in there and then gave up. He was kind of broken though, so we'll hopefully not have that happen again. Okay, that's seemingly working now. Everyone's, I think, is working. The coal mine is forced to just downgrade because there's no people using it. Yeah, because everyone gets stuck because one stupid guy got messed up when I replaced the tracks. Everything should be fine, hopefully-ish now. This is cleared out quite nicely, but there's still a couple of ones here that just aren't being used, and I don't know why that is. I'm gonna go ahead and just get rid of these. This is definitely what's messing it up. One second, let me fix this. In fact, I'll just make them the other way so that everything has to go this way. And that should fix that issue, so people can use these a little bit more often now. And there we go. We get this. These things should be running now a little bit smoother. Hopefully we see a difference in that eventually. We can see some logs finally getting unloaded, finally getting turned into wooden planks. Okay, that's the second person who has turned around. Although this guy's working, so it might just be that some of them are a little bit glitched. But I do have this maxed out, yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what it's talking about. All right, looks like some things are fixing themselves. Okay, so this guy is just complaining about the turn being too sharp. I think he's referencing this one. That makes sense. Okay. Can I just take this? Is that too sharp? It's gotta be too sharp. All right, we'll try that out. That should fix it. All right, this is seemingly catching up now. I would love to just throw some giant trains on this coal system. However, I'm a little nervous. I don't think it's gonna work as well as I want it to. I will, however, throw some of these 12 cars on the glass pane section here, and then we'll just go through here. All the extra ones I already have bought. I'm gonna go fix them up. Cool. And now I'm just gonna come through here and add these where needed. I do want to just throw one more on this glass spot here. I do have one that's supposed to be for logs. It's not on logs. Let's go pop them back over here. And I need to make sure everything is running smoothly over here as well. So it looks like we're doing okay. There is a bit of a traffic jam here, but they do seem to be clearing out a little bit better. Oh, you can see like this, for example, isn't even actually in here. There we go. So it is working. Just a little bit of a bug. Okay. So I think it's where look at this. This is pretty stressful here, but it should be fine. I think this guy's gonna clear out. Should be good now. Now this guy should just go straight. This guy hopefully goes down one and just goes onto there. I need to take off this signaling. All this stuff needs to be removed. It needs to be gone until here. And now they can use those. Okay. So that may have been an issue there. Hopefully that's fixed now. We'll set this back up so that this is gonna work. Then they can go down and down again. Let's get rid of that, because it's just going to be glitching out for some reason. So there we go. That should be working a little bit better. Now we can actually use all of the different spots to go into. To double check that this over here is all good as well. Looks to be about perfect. Yep, now we're seeing these trains come down to the very bottom here. So that's going to help out a lot as well. That looks nice and busy, but running efficiently, of course. There's one of our big trains there, heading back towards the sand operations. We have a full coal train as well, ready to go. I need to make sure the signaling here is all squeaky clean as well. Looks to be pretty good. Okay, good. This is good. We've already upgraded the sand operations. I do need to go ahead and get the freight spot fully upgraded as well. And then what I'm going to do is slowly go through and upgrade all the lines. So all of the trains that are currently on the lines need to be upgraded. This is going to need to be upgraded for sure. Okay, bang. We probably picked up some cars here. And we also need to probably just, I mean, it doesn't matter too much. These are not too busy spots. We'll just throw one there, another one there. We'll just add 3 of the new trains to this line here. Okay, cool. So everything seems to be running a little bit better now. I need to go through and get this line rerun because now these trains are a little bit underwhelming. Although the furniture is still our bottleneck, I think, over here. This section right here, getting these to there is still our bottleneck, which is not this one's problem anymore. This one has max planks, so we'll add 1 big boy over here. That should help out a ton with everything. There you go. Wooden planks are now empty. I gotta say, this is seemingly working a little bit better. Over here, I can't upgrade these 2. I'm gonna add some more. We're gonna make this coal line efficient as crap. I'm thinking 4 will be fine for now. We'll simply just bring these bad boys out here as far as these ones are. Cross this one over nice and early. All right, there we go. There, that should all be working nice and well. I need to go through here and pick up all these trains. We're gonna fix all these. Are we gonna lose some coal? Yeah. Do I care? It'd be nice to have 10 of the good trains. There's a good train there. 10 of the good trains on this line as well. So we have 1. That's gonna be 2. That's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 4. It's gonna be 5. It's gonna be 6. And that's gonna be 7. I mean, we could, yeah, let's just go for 10. Let's go for 10. If it gets congealed and congested and disgusting, we'll fix it. There we go. That's gonna be 10 of the crazy ones on that line. Might be a little bit overkill, I will admit. Just getting all these guys upgraded now to good trains. And I think what I'll go ahead and do is just pop these ones all over on that iron line, because we do desperately need to go and improve on that. So right now, those things over there are miserable. All right, so there we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars or trains to use now for over there. So I think that the glass delivery route is fine. I think it's able to keep up. If it's not, we'll add some more. Yeah, there's 1,500 just sitting here. They're just not able to keep up. Let's go ahead and get 1, 2, maybe we'll do 3 more of the long trains here on this line. Now you can see we already have some long ones coming back. So these are going to work pretty well. And with these 2, I'm very, very, very hopeful this is going to be a big difference. There's going to be a little bit of a traffic jam over here while these guys all get their stuff sorted out, but that's fine. And I just love the way these look with these giant trailers all heading over here. Oh, wait, I think, the wooden plank storage is officially full. So that means it's time to pick up all these bad boys and reconfigure all of them to be the big trains. I'm not going to lie. I don't think that I'm going to swap all of my trains out for the electric ones whenever I can. I don't see that as worth my time, to be honest. I like these trains. I'm going to keep them. So I want a total of 10 of these trains over here as well, because these things are so unbelievably long. This is going to be a giant upgrade. All right, bang. So these are all upgraded now, and you could just see how big these are. Now, with these trains all being on the same line, I'm going to go ahead and just do something real quick. I want to keep this crossover we have right there right now, and then we're just going to simply do something like this. So this train has way more space to move. Although it looks like he's going to just choose to go that way anyways. He was already locked in though, so does not surprise me very much. We'll also just make a nice scenic route on this one here that can just go to the right and get to that one directly. But yeah, this increase here is going to be pretty insane, and everything seems to be running pretty decently okay. 10 might be a little bit overkill, but I don't care. I want it to be running it efficiently as possible, aka I want there to be empty cars, because that means we have sucked every single resource out of the furniture store, for example. And there we go. That's quite the view there. We got a bunch of trains heading out to go sell, so we should see our money go up a little bit as well. And now I think it's time to go over here and really lock in on this iron facility. We want to make this iron facility actually decent. And I also need to ship it all the way back up here to get to that mine. So what I'm going to do off the rip, this might seem a little crazy, but I like crazy. Okay, I am crazy. I'm going to come through here and delete the whole line, because I know that this line is not going to be able to hold up to our current money needs. And once we start adding some more trains on here, it's going to be bad. So we're going to go ahead and max this thing out first of all, because there might be a time where we have to come in here and use some of this iron or something else. So I want to make sure this thing is at maximum capacity. We will also go ahead and sell this whole line. The coal will also need to be redone. So we're going to delete this whole line. I'm basically going to go ahead and make this whole thing work again. And this is going to be quite the investment here. I'm not even sure what the metal pole things sell for. Hopefully they're good though. That's all I know. So I'm just going to, first off, take everything and just lead it out a little bit. Give ourselves plenty of wiggle room, plenty of space for trains. And that's just going to be step number 1. Step number 2 is I'm going to use a 4-laner, and we're going to have the fastest tracks that are, currently available. I need to go to here. I need to upgrade this to the max. Although we'll never probably ever use this. I just want to have it at the max. And the reason why I want to have a 4-laner is because I'm going to use 2 of these lanes to go and turn them into steel. And then from there, I think I could plug them onto this line that runs back and sells. Could work. But I think it'd be more satisfying for me for these to go all the way back and sell at the other spot. I have this complete separate thing. So basically, I'm about to spend a lot of money for little to no reason. So here we are. Now, the good thing about this is, let's bring these out again. We can make this a complete loop like we did with the tree farm. So something like this is going to work just fine. We want to go ahead and make sure these are all plugged in here so they can all just cross back over once they are done. We'll have to add all the intersections and stuff into here. Although it might be like comps just do like this. We just grab like this. Okay, we can't really do it. Okay. So anyways, this will be set up and good to go eventually. I mean, we could do 8 lanes. That might be a little bit insane, however. So the coal thing is right there. I'm going to bring it to here. Then from here, circle it around. We'll use these bottom 4. Everything iron. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about using 8 yet. I think this should be fine. Because once we come back from this, there's probably a faster way to get here. But these look very cool. Like how it kind of cuts through the mountain there. That's sweet. So that means... So these 2 will be coming from, these 2 will be going out. Okay, so we need a place to get to here, here, here. That might be too sharp, we'll try it. Same with that one. For signaling, so we're gonna use, let's say, maybe we'll use the left 2 for one way, one left 2 for the other way. But I need to have it to be some way that I can run this back up to here, and then from there to a sell point. So that can just be separate. That can be, yeah, we'll leave that separate. I was going to add them all together onto one line. It'll be running next to this line, but it'll be separate. So we can just make these how we usually would, which is going to be other way. Boom. So this should hopefully all be working now. Then we're going to need some crossover points here. And I'm thinking if they have a long enough runway, let's see. So they'll come down this road and get to there. This road and get to there. So we'll need to add some just slight X's up here. And that's going to be one way to get to either one of these lanes, which gets to all of those. Now these ones up here is going to be the real issue here, because it's got to be after this little intersection. All right, this is probably gonna look like a mess, but I do think it's gonna work, maybe. So I think everything's now connected. They have to go over here to get over there, but I guess it's fine. It looks hideous, but I don't even care. So now make sure the signaling is still correct. Actually should be good. We need these all to go one direction until they join up with these. Sweet, just like that. Yep, perfect. And then they should stop right about there. These 2 can all time go that way because everything else will run and route around. So this should be fine. So now that that's done, let's just get this whole thing running. Now for this length here, I mean, I think we need like 20 cars or 20 trains. So I'm just going to take this and clone it. I think that's 20 trains there. And we'll just let these bad boys get to work. Now we should, in theory, see these guys all go to different lanes here, and it should all work. This is good. I want to give a lot of trains on this track at one time. I want to get this thing at maximum overworking, whatever. So that's going to be a lot of trains there. We're going to just keep adding them. I don't even care. I want more trains. Okay, that's quite a lot of trains there. We're going to see them all slowly but surely pull into the station here. So, okay, you can see there. This guy is driving on... Oh, that's right. No, that's right. I'll just need to add some crossroad points further back, then make sure these signalings are turned off here. So what I want to see is that one can get down to this section, and then I'll be good to go. I can walk away. But you guys can tell already, we're going to drain this storage like it's nothing. This thing will have to upgrade to keep up. So right now it might seem like it's a little bit overkill, but eventually it'll upgrade and work really well. But right now you can see it's literally 0. Well, that's a really good sign there. We got one to the second lowest one. We're going to have some trains pulling out now. They're not going to be completely full, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. See here, these ones are glitching in each other a little bit, but hey, they're still both running, and that's a big deal for me. And we got a bunch more trains still back here, but those will all clear out eventually. And if there was stuff inside the actual iron mine, it'd be a little bit better as well. So there we go. That one that we placed down on the opposite way is just now here. And okay, cool. So these guys will all sort of just come into here, I guess, as needed. What we'll do is we'll do big crossover, big crossover. That covers 2 lanes. With the same exact space, we're going to cross over there. And then from here, just do another crossover. And then I'll cover the other 2 lanes. I think in my mind, that's the best way to do this. Then we just simply disable all these directionals. There we go. So the guy is actually here. However, he doesn't have anything to empty out, so that's fine. So I got this giant, awesome looking highway sort of thing. That will be working. Now we got to go and do the same kind of upgrades for the coal. I did want to max this out, and then maybe we ship a little bit of this stuff over to somewhere else if needed. I mean, it won't make a giant difference because it's just going to take so long to get anywhere. But hey, it's fun. I'm honestly tempted to just do another loop-de-loop over here. We do have someone complaining. I mean, he should be fine. I think he's just throwing a little fit, but he'll turn around and get out of there. I think it's because he doesn't have anything there or something. I don't know. No, one idea is I could plug it in here, but I really don't think that's a good idea. For these trains over here, we will just do a 2-lane, you know, 1 lane each way. Those 4 are taken out, so there's 2 more for exporting out to wherever we see fit. Okay, now we got this. Let's go ahead and set this up. I am just gonna sell all of these like ending pieces so they just turn around. And now all this over here should be set up. After we, of course, you know, of course. There we go. Now that should all be set up and good to go. We're gonna put a bunch of trains on this one too. I mean, I want to just have this be as efficient as possible. Make it actually, maybe we just do 4 trains here. Because it's not very far. These are big old trains, so I think this should be fine. And there's a lot of space there. It's a little bit overkill, but hey, we'll take it. And we should see some with iron. There's a little bit with iron there. We actually, yeah, have a little bit of iron there. Cool. Now we have 4 trains that are just in our inventory sitting around. I'm thinking we wait just a little bit before using them. Now I'm just going to make a little 2-lane railroad system that's going to run all the way, actually past our trees. It's going to run all the way up here. I don't see this being possible, personally. You're just gonna need 2 platforms for this, and these trains here, yeah, they're gonna be bored for sure. You know, I guess we could make this just a 1-way loop, because now from here, no, we'll have to do separate. It's just too long. It's too long. So we'll make 2 more platforms, and these 2 will take the done product and deliver it to, well, the best place I see fit is gonna be, it's gotta be down here, right? No, I guess. I mean, there's the freight terminal there, and there's one up here. This one's close to this. So maybe we just stack up so many trains, it's not even funny. Make this up to 4 as well, just in case, I guess, something happens. We might as well max it out in case we decide to sell anything else here. But, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is crazy. You know, I said I don't want to use electric trains. For stuff like this, it's going to be impossible to not. But yeah, I guess I'm just going to lead this. Just clear up this way. I think we can do this because they're not able to turn on that, so they can't mess up. These would definitely have to be 2 different lines, so it's just not possible to be on the same line. There's no shot. Do something like this, and then bang. Okay. So this is insane. So we will need to have these to be signaled. No, 1 way will have to be going in, 1 way will have to be going out, and same with these. We'll need generic rails here just to help cross over. So that's all set up. I mean, this is a nice, cool looking area over here, and there's a nice little intersection. So I like the intersections. And this will be cool to see both lines running at the same time. But holy moly, look at this. This is definitely quite the bottleneck. Oh, I see a little bit of an issue here. We don't have a way for these to get over here. I'm not sure if the different businesses spawn in random locations on this game or how it works. But what I'll tell you is this. This is going to be extremely hard to, like, make sure it's working because this is going to take so long. Oh, wait, this is backwards. This needs to go this way. Okay, bang. So now everything should be running correctly. It's going to go all the way up here. These little intersections do tend to mess with my thing a little bit. Should be fine. And up here where they intersect again, we'll have to fix it again. This is all working though. This all looks good. It's just going to take years. Years, ladies and gentlemen. Need to erase this and this. That's all good there. And okay. This line should, in theory, work. So I guess there's no time like the present. You might as well just get these things on here. So, I mean, I'm thinking 4 or 5 for each side is like underkill. And in my mind, I think we need like 10 trains for each delivery pattern. So this is going to be 5. We'll see what 5 feels like, and maybe that does something for us. And then we'll need 5 on the line back here, which I can just simply enough put them back here. Luckily, it is all flat, so I'm hoping they'll be able to go max speed. Make it really easy. There's 15 trains there, so we'll do 10 and 10. Our money is getting a little bit low, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit nervous. These are all on 1 lanes, so I'm hoping it's not gonna be too bad. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put 5 on here for now. We'll just watch it. We'll have to see what happens. Like, they're gonna get all the way back, and there's not even gonna be stuff there yet, so I'm not really too worried about it. But we should see these industries slowly but surely upgrade. But I like this. We're always seeing trains on the railroads, which is great. Coal seems to be doing pretty good as well. This guy says he's waiting for somebody else. I don't know what you're waiting on, man. Oh, I had to make sure these are actually set up correctly as well. That's probably what he was waiting on. There's probably 2 trains up here and it messed everything up. Oh, it definitely was. There we go. We get the first almost complete shipment of iron ingots shipping out. So this over here, hopefully will all be running very smoothly. We actually do also have another suspiciously cheap product assembly plant. Now, we do have maxed out planks. I am tempted to grab one of these lanes here and bring them to the other one. Then we'll have to join up this furniture selling with this one and have to set up and write them all. So maybe not. I'm kind of lazy. All right, so I want to get the advanced signaling because with these big lines, they're going to be very, very impressive and very, very useful. We're going to need electronics. So let's look at the map here and see what we got to do for electronics. I think we're going to need copper and iron. Yeah, so we need iron ingots, copper ingots, and sand. Now, we have literally infinite sand with this sand theft operation. I'm not worried about that. We do have a copper mine near here as well. We'll need to use this coal mine for whatever we choose to use. Iron mine here. There's a copper plant here. Because the only other iron smelter is over here. Yep, that's terrible. Luckily, these guys are going 110, which is beautiful. And if they are only going 110 when they're empty, that's still fine. Because that's still, I mean, honestly, that's freakishly fast. Oh, we need coal for this as well. Well, that's fine. Luckily, I had the coal thing way over upgraded, so we can use some of it to pump some people up to the other side as well. Now, for this section here, we're going underground. It's cute to cross 1 line. It ain't cute for 2. All right, we'll just shut down. We'll shut down 2 of these lanes. That should be fine. All right, for this part over here, let's head underground here. I guess we really have no reason to ever bring it above ground. Pull it through the bottom of all this. We can start bringing it back up to the surface. This will be the 3rd bridge here. And then I really need to get it down here so we can use it for more. All right. So I just went ahead and hopefully fix this for a little bit. So you can see, okay, now I'm missing something here. But I think this is going to work, at least decently well. I'm just kind of testing out every single different conjunction possible right now. It looks like it's going to work a little bit better. So I think this should be working fine now. Over here, I hope what I did is fine. A little bit of a bug here. There's a little bit of grass or something right there. I can't walk on top of it. It kind of messes me up. But there is road under there. It's just hard to tell. Maybe you can go like this. There you go. You see it from the side. Everything looks to be working again, hopefully. But yeah, this was getting on my nerves. It was like just not working well. So I was like, hey, we'll just redo it all, make it a 4-laner. And that seems to have worked for now. Oh, this is exciting. We actually have steel beams being loaded up. We actually have almost a full train. Yeah, we'll have a full train of this stuff. The coal is working very well as well. You can see it is getting delivered pretty consistently, looks like. Let's see if we get some more issues here. This turn is too sharp. Please fix it. And then you went anyways. Love that. There we go. We actually have our first train shipping out. Hopefully making us some good money. All right, I can actually get to unlocking the electric locomotives if I get some glass panes and copper ingots. Now, looking on the map for copper ingots, this is going to be pretty annoying. We have a plant here. We have coal mine here. We also have illegal copper here. So I think what I would do is just run both of these up to here and do it that way. I think that's the best way I could possibly do this. It's just going to be, it's just, I don't even know. It's just so far. I feel like it's so crazy to do this, but hey, I guess it works. So illegal copper mine, first things first. Let's just get 2 for now. Max these both out. We'll go ahead and get 3. Why not? We're not going to use all 3. We will use 2 of them at least. And we'll need these super, super good ones here. And this is going to have to come literally all the way here at least. I gotta actually lay my eyes on this thing first. I still haven't seen it yet. I hope it's not this one up here on this mountain. That would suck. Oh, of course it is. But I can actually just bring this all the way here. That's a beautiful bridge. My goodness. And when we just plug it in there, I guess that's how we do it. That was actually easy, considering all things. Now, we'll need at least 4 spots here. I'm going to go ahead and just do 5, just because we might need more. But we'll just do, you know, a simple basic stuff here. Whenever it's just 2, it's so easy. So we will also need an exporting one as well. So we will do 1 more. We'll use the bottom 2 to export. Can use these two for coal. Have this one go underneath the other bridge, which, by the way, looks sick. Well, actually, we don't even need to. Because this is where the coal mine's at. Actually, I'll do it anyways because I like the way it looks. Okay, then we just do this again. And I think we'll need to do like 5 or 6 trains per line on there. We need to make sure this is set up and then we can already get this thing going. Yep, let me just do signaling and it should be fine because there's no stops, no breaks, nothing like that. Do this twice and that's right and left. Bang. All right, cool. That should be working. I don't know if I added one already up here, but I'm gonna go add it right now. We're basically consistently producing money, which is awesome. I'm thinking honestly on these coal ones, we might just want to do like 3 trains because there's a lot of hills. Instead of doing what we usually do with the 2, I think we're going to make some of these with 3 trains instead. Now, unfortunately, I'll have to do 1 less cart, so it will be less per delivery, but they'll be able to move a lot faster. Somebody's upset over here. Oh my goodness, this is so far. It looks like it's going to be the sand mine. Okay, I don't know what they could be complaining about. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I do need to go ahead and just make these things correct, which they need to be heading all in the same direction. That might fix, yeah, it looks like that fixed it there. Somebody was just a little bit messed up, but that seems to be all solved. And then we will need to run a line back to a sell point. And well, there's just not really a great one over here. The copper plant is here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I actually will just plug it onto this line and then separate everything. I think that'll be fine. That's the easiest way to do it, so that's the way we're gonna do it. So a nice little tunnel will come down through here. It's a little glitchy, but I think it will still work. And then we'll have to just set up the train systems to actually work there. Same with these guys, but I'm hoping that I won't touch these guys very often anyways, so let's go fix them up right now. Ooh, well, he's got some material in there. I'm not taking him away. He does too. We're actually selling a lot of these beams, which is very, very helpful. I don't know if I can do any research with the beams. Doesn't look like it. Okay. We can get to 21. Oh my gosh. We're gonna need gems though, which I think the only way to get them is sadly enough through purchasing them, which is unfortunate. Really is. I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 more things into this line here. Just give people even more chances to get in here and sell these. Obviously, undo these ones here. Okay, so I think we only have like 3 trains on this line, which is insane. But we are making quite a lot of money. Honestly, I have infinite money. Let me just fix this real quick. I do believe that is all of them. Cool. So all I have to do is do add stop. We're going to go from the melting plant all the way back to the freight terminal. Bang. And I think that's good. So we have steel beams two, excuse me. So now all we have to do is place this bad boy down, grab the next one, steel beams 2, steel beams, and then these guys will just all be on the right idea, hopefully, unless they're not there. They have so many trains to scroll through here. This is kind of insane. Nice, there we go. So they are working. So I only had like 5 on here. I'm gonna do a little bit more than that. I feel like that's a little bit low. So we'll do however many that was. All right, cool. So that should help that a little bit. This will definitely be an issue in the future. For right now, it is what it is. So now we will be having copper, and then the copper will have to be delivered, which if I just go like this, can I just snipe this? Not really. Okay, let me just do it again. Fortunately, I can run all the way back over there, but hey, at least I have super speed. Back to there. Okay, cool. So copper ingots 1 is officially good. So now if I place this down, we just clone this line a couple of times. We're not going to need a whole bunch of trains on this. I'll do a couple more here. So now we have a couple copper ingots ones in here. Yeah, a couple in there mixed in, a couple beams in there mixed in. And that should be fine. I mean, we could add more in here, like more spots if we need to. I think we should be good for now-ish. Now it's time to go in and actually get the copper producing, shipped to the factory, and the coal. These are going to be pretty far trips over here for both these people to do, so we're going to want at least 3 trains. These hills over here are going to just cook us. I know they are. So this will all be fixed up. Oh, goodness gracious. This is not right at all. I didn't even realize that we missed it like that. To make sure this is correct on up and downs. Sweet. And it should stop there. Everything looks to be going good. We'll test it when the trains actually get here to split off, but this should be working fine. That hill's going to be pretty gnarly, I'm not going to lie, but you know what, it is what it is. So for this, I'm going to add another one of these and sell one of these. These are going to be expensive, okay? They're going to be very expensive. However, I mean, it's a necessity. So let's do 5 for each, I suppose. We're only going to have 9 trailers, but it should be working. Luckily, actually, this bridge is all pretty even with this ground over here. So they shouldn't lose a whole bunch of speed. I mean, they'll lose some. Don't get me wrong. They shouldn't lose too much. So we'll buy one there, buy another one of these, some of these, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's way overkill, but whatever we don't use here, we'll just pop on a different line. All right, that's 5 right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 6 right there. We're going to leave it like that. We'll do 6 each. All right, there's another 6 there. These boys are getting to work now. And so the copper line, in theory, should be up and functional. It's going to be a little bit of time before those things are actually ready to rock and roll, but I think these should be working fine. All right, the unbreakable glass facility. I'm seeing a lot of empty trains leaving. We are out of sand. Okay, it may be time to go through and actually upgrade our sand line because we still have not upgraded our sand line yet. So I'm thinking we get all of our sand stuff reworked and upgraded, which all I have to do is, honestly, I think I'm going to use these trains we just made because these ones have to go up the hills as well. But we still have these little tiny one engine trains that are just, sadly enough, they're not able to keep up anymore. All right, that one's already good. But yeah, I think we'll just simply come into here and say, hey, let's just use all these 12 carts, even if it's just 2. Well, it's fine, but I'd like to have the ones with 3 on there. And then we'll just take some of these, upgrade them a little bit. All right, that should be better. We can see just how long these trains are now. Hopefully everything should be working fine. I'm going to use the rest of these sand spots for something else because we will need them for electronics. Because now we should see that we have our copper stuff kind of sort of getting to work here. Yeah, this thing's going to have to upgrade quite a lot, but once it does, it'll keep up nicely with everything, and everything should be working splendidly. I want to see just how fast these trains are. So yeah, with the triple, they are able to get a little bit more speed there, which is nice. We do have some slight issues over here. We need to fix this. Make sure this is all correct. I guess I hadn't already fixed it. My mistake. That's going to fix pretty much everything. Oh, wait, it's backwards. 1 second. There we go. That's better. All right, it looks like it's going to work. Didn't forget to add this, though. Bang. There we go. That's working now. Somebody is complaining. This is definitely working, though. Nice. We got someone pulling up to the copper plant. Let's see how this works. Is this going to go straight up top? Very cool. So seemingly it's all working pretty good. This bad boy will... honestly, I don't know if it'll ever have enough production to upgrade, but there you go. We got some copper being hauled in now. We should see some... Here we go. Got some coal. Yeah, look at this. The coal is able to pull 110 up the hill. Sweet. And that's going to be very, very helpful as well. No way, said the steel beams 2, heading to totally safe steel melting plant. He's all the way over here. So it's got to be this the cell point that's getting a little bit messed up here. Yeah, it definitely is. Let's pick this guy up, place him back down there. And there's got to be some sort of issue with the signaling or something. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be this right here. Okay, hopefully that fixes everything. We'll see how this works. That seems to have fixed that for now. We still have 3 trains here, just aren't able to leave. All right, now this guy's going. Turn is too sharp. Please fix it. All right, I'm about to fix this real quick. Now, I'm thinking, so there is one there, right? I'm thinking that you want to downsize all of your stuff to 1, and then from this 1, you just go everywhere like that, and this might fix everything. Looks like, yeah. Now, I mean, this is obviously a bottleneck right here, right? But in my mind, I feel like it's fine as long as it's working, so we'll let that go. Get another person upset here. Okay. Okay, turn is too sharp. You're not supposed to make that turn, man. All right, I think I fixed that as well. So once we get everything fixed, I'm sure we're running even more smoothly. We're making good money, though. We're consistently just racking up cash, which is awesome. But I need to make sure this lane here, because the only place right now it's able to get back on track is the very beginning, because this is too sharp here. So I need to make sure that I have this set up like so that it should work. Although it's probably going to complain again now, because that's what happened last time. But it's okay. We'll leave it for now. That isn't for the middle lane to go over. It's for this lane to go over. So hopefully you just figure it out, I guess. Iron smelters upgrading. Very good. Very good. Let's see. We are still low on sand. I'm hoping it's going to be better, though. We have all these good old trains on here. Let's go ahead and just throw another one on this line just for fun. It's looking like we do have some copper finally being smelted and shipped out. Heck yes. The copper... Actually, this looks pretty balanced. This is very good. Sweet. So we'll have some copper being sold here shortly. I don't think we've actually gotten any yet. Let's go ahead and just start this research now. We'll need 2,500 tons of glass panes and copper ingots, which is going to be, yeah, pretty insane. That's quite a lot. But it'll get done with time. I'm not worried about it at all. So that's my next thing I got to grind for. I will start unlocking this. We will also, figure out a way to bribe industry so we can directly finance their upgrades. That seems insane. And then once we get the, we'll get this one, we'll get the raw copper, and we'll go ahead and get the electronics cooking. I need to get a whole system set up for it, but I already have iron, or I already have both iron ingots and copper ingots. The only issue is getting them down there. Luckily, they can get shipped out right there, which is nice. So yeah, I'll start slowly but surely working my way down to this, because this is going to be quite a long time in the future. To me, this is like endgame. It's like the last thing you can really do. But I am enjoying myself, and I will be back once I have some stuff set up. BRB. All right, we finally got it done. It took a little bit of time, but I think it's going to be worth it. Removal of freight train steam, or freight train speed limit. Yeah, we need to get that bad. I'm doing the industry bribery. Once this is done, we'll do that one. But I think the best line to test this out on is going to be this copper line, because it's so incredibly long. We got the generic rails, which are able to go 160 kilometers an hour. Wait, that's the ones we already have. So I guess the only other reason why you do it is because these new trains, which cost 120K for one of them, by the way, can basically run on these. So if I was to go and do, let's say, 10 of these, and I place them on the track, it won't even let me place it. Okay. Now the top speed of these guys is going to be 140 kilometers an hour instead of 110. So it would be nice, but let's just see how much this costs. If I was to, say, make this size, that's $1,300. And if I do the exact same size, $1,800. So it's not that much more money, but it will add up. I'll tell you what. Let's upgrade this first and see how this goes. Now, I think I'll have to upgrade literally everything, which is definitely a little bit scary. However, luckily enough for me, I don't have to actually power anything. This is going to be pretty expensive, but there you go. That's now the entire thing, at least I think, powered. So I'm going to place this guy down, and I want to see just how crazy this thing should be. I placed him inside something else, so it's kind of my mistake there. But I'm also going to go ahead and just build some more here. We will have to use one of these or two of these to go somewhere else, I'm imagining. So just going to make a bunch of these. And let's just add another one of these in here. And yeah, I'll just plug it into there. All right, that should work. We should see at least somebody go into that one there. Place this guy back down again. And now we should hopefully see something happen here. I don't know how much faster this guy is going to be, but my guys can hit 110 sometimes when heading on this, on the bridge especially. The acceleration is definitely faster. You can see there, it's like sparking on top of the thing, which is kind of cool. This is quite stressful here. Look at this. They're going to split on either side of this. The coal mine's upgrading. Heck yeah. There we go. The electric one's back on the run again. I'll have to redo some of this signaling stuff here. All right, so the electric one is done. It's actually going to be kind of good. We can see just how fast it's going to be compared to the normal one. So by the time it hits this tree before, it's at 80 kilometers an hour. Let's see how fast the electric one can be. And that one was empty, by the way. This one has product in it. If it's faster than 80, then it is faster. Wait, is it already at 90? No, it's not. That was a train with 3. This is a train with 2. And it's at 70. It's actually slower. So I'll build one with 3 now, and we'll see if that makes a difference. We'll see what that does. I have no idea if that's going to make a big difference, but the acceleration is definitely a lot better on these ones, which is nice. All right, we're back at the same tree, and that's the old one. Okay, that's the old one with stuff inside of it. Cool. That is going 71 kilometers an hour. Well, if that's the case that was empty, then the one with 2 earlier was going faster than that. That is definitely faster. This one's already going 60. It only has 9 tons of stuff in it, so might not be the best example. Or is that a normal one? Is that the electric one? I think that's the electric one. This one's normal. Yeah, this is normal. I'm tripping. I didn't see the black smog coming out top of it. Luckily, the illegal copper mine is finally upgraded. I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna need a couple more upgrades from you, because this thing is still ridiculously slow. So yeah, right about 70 when it passes. Okay. Yeah, it's way faster. Look, it's already at 100, and that's where the other one was at 70. So yeah, they definitely are a lot faster. And this one's like actually carrying 300 times what the other one was. So they are a lot faster. Now, the obvious disadvantage is that we have to kind of redo everything. Should be able to find this other electric one up here somewhere. And there's no reason for me to take off the old ones just yet. But the power ends here. This is the electric one, right? Yeah, it is. It's gotta be. There's no smog coming on top of it. So because it ended there, is it fine to keep going? It's only got 35 tons of copper in it, but we'll all know that. If it's able to leave from here, then I'm gonna feel very confident about this. Okay. That's not it. No, that has smog. Wait, is it this one? No. It's gotta be the one with the thing on top of it that touches the wire. This one. Okay, it's got lights and everything on top of it. This is the first one we did, and the second one's further back. So we'll wait for this one to get here and see what it does. But how fast is this going? 96. Okay. This one's going 93 and it's empty. So that's actually good. It's going faster than most empty ones. So my thing is, if this thing is able to go off of this right here, dump and go back and not have any issues in this area right here, I'm fine with it. I will use them. I'll put these on every single one of our tracks and we'll use them. If it's not, I'm not going to worry about it until I absolutely have to, which is the best train, which is this one, which is 230 kilometers an hour. By the way, I found something else that's kind of cool. You can do ride/drive, and then you can zoom in, you can go in first person. Also, if you manually drive the train, it gives you a 3x delivery, which is kind of insane. I would have definitely used that in the very beginning if I had known, but hey, you know what? AFKing works too. I've also been doing a little bit of experimenting. I went ahead and made like a 3 train with 2. There's a 3 train with 4. There's a bunch of different ones on this coal line. I'm just kind of experimenting on seeing if anything makes a big difference. But here we go. So here we go. This guy right here. Yep, you can see here he is already upset. Now I want to see what happens. All right, so he's legitimately just going to sit there and whine. Heck yeah. There you go. Now it should be fine. So, it's annoying. Now, if I just go and make a route, it's no problem. I can see... Wait, why is he still mad? I thought I just fixed it. All right, now he's good. If I make a new route, I'll use them. It's fine. On these old routes, though, I'm not really too tempted to use them. I just don't care. But, for example, when I make the electronic stuff, I'll use those ones. Just because a little bit of speed will help a little bit. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a cool upgrade. We'll use it in the long run, just not right now. Super much. I'm just not tempted to use it right now. But we should be getting very close to finishing out this research. We can see how this works, and then I want to do removal of freight train speed limit. Now on the way back with an empty trailer, this thing is flying. I mean, it's at 99. It's like just barely left the station, so that's very good. And it's probably gonna be able to go 140, I think, right? Yeah, above 110. Oh, it looks like 120 is the max, not 140. I'm tripping. Although it does say 140 kilometers an hour. I think we're limited by our roads still. No, it's supposed to be able to go 160. I don't know. Yeah, if this guy's not going 160, I'm definitely not worried about it. Because my guys can go 110. I don't have to redo everything. So that'll be fine for now. This, we need 500 tons of that. With this and that, we should be there. And then, yeah, it looks good. The unloading speed here is extremely fast, which I really do appreciate. But after this is done, we'll do the removal of the speed limit, and then we'll go down and get the advanced signaling. So this one's working while I'm working on getting this one working, if that makes sense. A lot of working there, but you all know what I mean. We need 337 more tons of copper. Oh, we're gonna need like 37 tons. And the next train is nowhere to be seen. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna now start the probably grueling, what's the word? Grueling process of getting electronics. Now there is a coal mine here that we could use that is a little bit closer maybe. No, there's one here too. We might as well use this. So admittedly, what I think I will do is just take sand from right here. That's easy. Iron ingots is a little bit harder, especially because we don't really have a great source of iron. I need to get this other iron. There's another iron thing over here, right here. Yep. We need to plug this iron mine into the iron ingot line. Let that run, and then take some of this iron ingots from over here, bring them all the way back, and then copper ingots as well. So I'm gonna start with sand. We're gonna get sand working first because it's near, it's dear, and it's easy. Here is the actual plant here. Actually, I already went ahead and just configured everything, so we have enough space for it. I think we do 2 sand, and then 2 copper, 2 iron, and then we have 2 for exporting electronics. Now, I'm not even gonna stress about this. I just need it to be running. So our sand production thingamajig is right here. And the thing I'm thinking we need to do, first off, I will build all this with the generic rails, aka the electric rails, excuse me, rails. But I need to, we need to get out of here without intersecting any of this junk. So without it being too steep, let's just, there we go. Just put it underneath there, and then over here, bring the height back up to normal level. And then I think, yeah, we'll just run alongside the beach for as long as possible. But that's gonna work fine there. Then this, we'll have to run all the way over here. You know, shockingly enough, it's still gonna be shorter than our existing sand line, which is kind of crazy to say. And I'm just gonna keep this nice and simple. I don't really care too much. It's gonna be just a couple of trains. We have finished that. Heck yeah, let's go ahead and start this before I forget. Let's see. Speed limit removal. We're gonna need 2,000 steel beams, which is fine. We make this pretty easily. So all this is good. Bang, bang. Okay. And then now we can do the signaling. Sweet. And now we just add trains on here. and it's pretty simple. I think we'll do, I want 3 just because it's so much faster. 7, 8, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these trains on this line. Bang. Sweet. So all those guys are going to get situated. This is also going to help us a little bit upgrade our sand theft operations over here. And there we go. Those guys are already heading back out. And they're nice and fast, which is going to be good. So now we're going to slowly but surely stockpile sand into this monstrosity of an idea over here. So now, what else do we need to get? Let's get copper ingots next, maybe. Or maybe we do iron next. Okay, so there's a copper mine here. We need to run this with this coal. Yeah, I think, honestly, we'll grab from this iron mine, which is right here. First off, I got to upgrade this all the way. Okay. And I think what I'll do is just simply plug it into what we already have. Because there's not another iron smelter here. It's the only iron smelter I've seen. Yeah, I think that's about it. So I think what we could do is just simply plug it into this line so that there is more production, and then just take a little bit of what's already been produced, right? So where are we at here? We're over here. I'm gonna use just the old generic rails, so I don't have to worry about, you know, all that crap. Okay, bang. And then we just gotta kind of cross everything over to these 2 middle ones eventually. All right, here we go. That should work fine. And then we'll just go back up to 2. We're just going to toss this bad boy over here. Unfortunately, this is going to be quite the hill climb over here. But they get to go downhill. So that makes it worth it, right? All right, cool. So that's all hopefully worked out. Now, I will need another way for these guys to get back up here. Which I think if I just add a cross section here, it should be fine. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to mess up my current guys because... as well, they've already been kind of established, but we'll just go like this, and like this, and like this. And then maybe we have to fix the signaling a little bit. Yeah, we will. This is going to mess up everything. Oh, God. What I could do is just make this. This is one lane here. Okay, game. How are they supposed to make this turn? That's ridiculous. It's actually, like, placed it. Oh, goodness. All right, forget that. I'm just going to take some from this regardless. I'm just going to take one little track, and it'll just run all the way over to where we need it because, oh, get that. The real question is, do I even have one extra track to use? I really don't. So these guys here are filling up on iron ingots. We don't really need 2 for coal, I don't think. We have so much coal, it'll be fine. So instead, what I'll do is go to here, sell, just sell that. Bang. And then we can just grab from this side. It's going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4th over. Pull it out to about there. Swap it to 2. Head underground. Honestly, I just keep it underground probably the entire way. There's a bunch of lines over here we're going to dodge. Too close to water. Okay, here we go. That is extremely overcomplicated, but we will take it. It's going to work. So now these guys will run parallel, kind of these guys here. And I think copper's going to come from the other side, so this should be fine. There's a nice little bridge there, nice little tunnel there. You know how it is. Underground view, make sure everything looks good here. I think we should be perfect. All right, signaling. We'll do that away, and now all we get to do is add some trains on here, and they will start stealing just a couple of ingots every once in a while and bringing them over to the electronics place. So we're going to go 3 just because there is some hills. We'll do a total of 5 of these guys here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now I put 2 on the other side, so they're going to get out of the way so we can have a little bit of a rotation set up. And bada bing bada boom, we have those guys supposedly officially working. Sweet. So now we have 2 out of the 3 necessities for this young buck over here. Let me make sure these guys are actually working. It does appear like they are working. I think we've already filled up. Yeah, people are coming back with sand, so that must mean we've already filled up this spot with sand. Oh yeah, big time. So we'll start getting iron ingots as well, and then now we gotta get copper ingots. So let's see. I don't like this. The best thing we can actually do is just to take some from all the way up here. It's kind of our best bet, unfortunately. So I think what I'll do is I'll just sell this. So we only have 1 spot for our guys to load up the copper ingots when they're coming from all the way at the sell point. I mean, I could honestly designate the whole thing for it, but I'm tempted to say no. And then we gotta just kind of go straight diagonal. And I feel like the best way to do that is just simply gonna be going underground. So let's just do that real quick. So right about here is actually a good spot to go to 2. We'll go to 2 here. So we'll just say, hey, yeah, you guys gotta go underground just a tad. Bang. Thank God for tunnels. That's all I'll say. That little bridge there. Nice underground passage again. And now we should be good to go all the way around. Oh, it says collision with obstacle. I think we're not low enough for the houses. So let's just go a little bit lower. Bang. And now we should be good. All right. Now Still upset. So I don't think you can really go under the houses, to be completely honest. Which is a little bit frustrating because that's exactly where we need to go. But we're going to just snake on through the city here like a snake. And yeah, whatever I put on the iron line, we're going to need at least double for this. I guess we could go over the city as well. This is a crazy route. This thing's so far. I guess we have to go through here. I'm kind of going way off track here. But am I going to fix it? No. Not at all. Okay, and bang, we've finally made it. That's too long. We're going to need like 60 trains on this one line to ever be able to see anything happen. But hey, that's all right. We got 2 there now. So let me go make sure the other side's good here. I'm kind of glad it's underground, to be honest, because you don't get to know how ugly it is, how hideously underdeveloped that whole system is. But hey, I'm not a pro, okay? So y'all can just suck it. But yeah, this is all underground, all underground, it's all underground, still all underground until we get back to here. Okay, let me just do that. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna need quite a lot of these. So let me just pick this up. 2, 3, 5. All right, this is 10. And sadly enough, I don't even know if this is gonna be enough. Well, so before I forget, I need to hurry up and fix the signaling. There we go. And I'm just gonna try my best to just place these all on this one little track. It's not gonna work probably. Something might break, but hey, it's okay. We just need these guys to get to work. Yeah. And I think that 10 is still maybe a little bit underkill. There we go. We've got it going. So now for research, we can officially start doing the advanced signaling, which is gonna cost. Oh, we're out of money. That's actually good. It's gonna be something to work towards again. We are back down to 400K. I think it wants $4 million for that. That's insane. If we go to here now, we can finance an upgrade for 40K. And I think that just maxes it out, which is kind of sick. None of our stuff's really out, except for our iron, so but it's already maxed. Okay, don't need to do anything with that. I'm gonna go to the iron and try to finance an upgrade. But yeah, there we go, guys. We've officially got electronics being created. They're not going to be delivered yet to the sell point, but I don't think it doesn't matter too much because I don't really want to sell them anyways. I want to hold them until I can use them, and I haven't set up the iron. I haven't finished that either. I'm not going to finish it yet because, to be honest, forget that. All right, let's go ahead and find out to upgrade. I don't even know if that's going to change, but like, wait, we have 150. Okay, I thought it said 1400. Yeah, we don't have very much at all. I mean, I could get more on this iron line, but I like the way this looks. It looks like it's pretty steady. There's always one coming, always one going, so that's kind of perfect for me. Looky here. We actually have iron ingots being unloaded, and the only thing we're going to wait on, and we're probably going to be waiting on for quite some time, is the copper ingots, which I don't think I have any trains at all anywhere near me. Yeah, that's the nearest train right there. It does have quite a lot, though, which is nice, but yeah, I think what I need to do now is just spam upgrade this line, because this line here is still unable to keep up, and it's not even forcing upgrades, which is crazy. So we need to just get another one of these. This is gonna be like all of our money, so I'll have to AFK a little bit more to get some money back. We're gonna just, oh, I can't buy another one. Oh my gosh. We'll get one more on the line, and maybe that makes a difference. It's an electric one, should be a little bit faster. And this one copper mine is now supplying basically 2 different businesses, my bank account and the electronics. Now I just need one train to come and deliver. It's not a very far trip. It shouldn't be too difficult. So I'm just going to grab one spot. We just gotta kind of dip back over yonder, and then I'll just have to do some saving up to do, and hopefully I'll also be able to unlock that next upgrade. Where is the sell point? It's like right here. Ooh, it's not actually that close. Okay, working my way backwards. Nice. The illegal copper mine has been upgraded again, which is sweet. Now the question is, we still haven't gotten any copper here yet, but I'm just gonna get one little train. We'll just do one. Honestly, we'll just do 2 of these guys and just do the rest with these. His entire job will just be driving back and forth from here all day. But I think we only need one train. It's not that far, and it's all flat, so it should be fine. And this thing's gonna be working, honestly, probably pretty slow. But we will increase it as time goes on, just by adding more trains to all the lines and stuff. So eventually it'll be really good. Right now, it's just gonna be kind of miserable. And this copper is still not here. Oh, there he is right here. He's made it this far. And you can see, yeah, it's pretty slow. So you can see, like, there's I think VMAX is like velocity max. So because he's on these windy tunnels, he can only go 25 kilometers an hour, which is very unfortunate. Looks like we're almost out of the ground, though, which is nice. But yeah, I will let this run for a while. I got to make some money, and I'll start unlocking all of the rest of the upgrades, because I think, it's a big thing, but I do think I have every single electronics. Yep, okay, we can do literally every upgrade. So, give me some time to work, and I'll be back once all these are done-ish. BRB. Okay, I've been doing tons of work, and I also have $6.8 million. Now, what I've been trying to do and trying to implement on every single one of my stations now is this loop-de-loop sort of thing, because it makes the inserting easier, the outserting easier, and honestly, it makes every line so much faster. So I went ahead, did it on my coal plants. Okay, I did it over here on the wood production to the, whatever these things are, the wood planks. I haven't done it on the furniture yet, but I'm not really worried about that one. And then I went ahead and did quite a lot of redesigning and stuff over here, which now every single line has their own little loop-de-loop and goes their own direction. The glass panes actually have their own road they go on now, and they travel back up, making both of this all the way down a two-laner to give people more speed and more time. Other than that, I did get enough for that research, and I did complete it. I haven't noticed a big difference. However, I don't really know exactly what it would have changed. I also went ahead and re-looped this over here to deliver said electronics. There is another lane that runs underground and then comes back up and makes a complete loop. And, oh, wait, you have an issue here. Looks like this needs to making sure it's going this way. All right, cool. So that should fix that. Sweet. And everything seems to be going pretty well. Over here, for example, we have 340 tons of electronics, plus I think 400 tons on there and 300 tons on there. So everything is going quite swimmingly. Now, these experiences, or sorry, these research upgrades are crazy expensive. So I don't know if I'm gonna get them all done, but 15 mil for this, 8 mil for this, and 6 mil for that. That's pretty insane. This one requires actual money, so forget that. And other than that, I think I haven't changed anything else. I mean, there might be something that I missed and forgot, but if it was, it wasn't that big. Other than that, though, my game is starting to stutter quite frequently, which is, well, the result of thousands of trains driving at once all across the map, doing all different sorts of tasks. And I gotta say, we're pretty much done with the game. We've pretty much beaten it. The only other thing I can even farm at this point would be nothing, because I'm making furniture, I'm making glass, I'm making steel, I'm making electronics. So for the time being, there's not much else I can do. So to be 100% transparent, I'm not entirely sure what else needs to be done. Now, one thing we should definitely do is finally hook up the rest of this, which this is just a iron mine here, and plug this iron, because this doesn't need anything, right? Yeah, just iron. We'll plug this iron mine into this bad boy over here. Although I think we need iron ingots. Yeah, we do. So really the only way I can do this is to plug this line into our existing iron line, which wouldn't be impossible, but it just might mess some things up, and I'm a little nervous of that. But if I do something like this, right, it's one way, so they can't, you know, necessarily mess anything up, but we need them to be able to get onto this road without these people being able to get off. So we need to get these guys off without getting these guys off, if that makes any sense. I mean, the only way to really do that is to go through, collect all the trains, and then set them on a loop, which would be probably our best bet now that I'm thinking about it. Because then we could just we could take a lane like so, jet it off to the side just a little bit, allow it to snap to here so it kind of follows the overall shape, and they can plug back into there, and that's how they will get back. So I think that's going to be our best bet for now. And then just join the line for them, haul all the way down there, and then all the way back up. So I think that's what I'm going to do next, because our iron here is actually doing really well. It's producing a lot more, but I think that might be because there's some coming back that are full. No, it doesn't. Okay, it looks like they actually are all being used. Sweet. So yeah, let me first off run through, collect all the trains, which is going to be quite the task. There are so many trains on this line. I just burned so much iron doing that. It's okay though. It's all part of the plan here. All right, so now that we have all of our trains, we just gotta grab one at a stop. We want it to be the iron mine to there. So this is gonna be called Raw Iron 2. I like it. And we'll just replace all these really quickly. There's gonna be quite a gnarly traffic jam here for a little bit, but these guys are luckily pretty fast, so they should sort all this stuff out pretty quickly. We're just gonna pop the rest of these guys in here, and the last one. Yeah, there's like 20 trains on this one line. That's insane. So there we go. All these guys are now set to only use those. And now what I have to do is say, hey, we're gonna do basically the exact same thing. We're gonna have to buy all these trains, which are gonna be pretty expensive. But you can see my game lagging a pretty excessive amount. It does make me a little bit nervous, but this is a pretty far run here. it's also going to go uphill quite a lot. So we're going to make sure we can provide enough for that. So we'll start here. And they will end all the way over here. That is a crazy line. My goodness. But it's kind of the only way we're able to do this. So we're going to just clone. We'll just do 10 of them. They don't have to be the craziest thing ever. Also, okay, so they already have a line and then you clone them. It saves the line. That's really nice. So we'll place a couple over here on this end so they can, you know, start getting turned around and shipping back. I accidentally grabbed a train from a random line. I'm just going to say he was on that line. These are all triple trains as well, so they should be pretty powerful. So there we go. There's those. I need to make sure that my roads over here are correct. I need to make sure that the exit off of this thing here is, in fact, a one-way. It's only be going correct this way. And then here needs to be going only that way. And I guess we'll actually make this one also going that way. And then we'll just add a crossover section. It'll refresh there. Bang. And then all we have to do is a little something like this. And a little something like this. And that should be working fine. Now, when all the trains are coming through at once, it's going to definitely pretty much destroy the excess iron we have in there. But everything's going to get cleared out hopefully here soon. And that should all be working fine. I need to make sure this is all going to run straight. It's looking good. Yeah. But yeah, like right here, this is just that's a pretty gnarly hill to climb. So I'm glad we put 3 engines on some of them. This is all still a climb and then a little down, and obviously a little bit down again. These lines here are well, I don't know what happened with them. If they work, they work though, so not too worried about it. And then obviously we have a giant section there. Everything looks beautiful over there. I'm just gonna go ahead and just break this down and try to fix this because this looks actually horrific. There we go. Now we're talking. That looks like a whole different thing there. Sweet. So there we go. So now this whole thing is working. It looks good. Good enough. And we'll have some extra iron in the mix. That's going to help literally everything because that iron all gets turned into stuff for electronics. It gets turned into stuff for steel. So regardless, it's going to be very, very helpful. We are still only seeing raw iron 2. There should be, there we go. There's some raw iron 1s. In fact, there's 2 here. Now, I'm tempted to see what's going to happen here. Now, one of these is significantly faster, and I'm guessing it's because of the road. This one might have more trailers. I don't know. Either way, let's see what happens up here. If they take the exit from both lanes, then I can rest assured that this is going to be working great. Okay, there goes the little train. Please. All he has to do is take an exit. Now, the other guy will have to, slow down, then get over, then take said exit. I do want to add some more switches back here, just to help give them even more chances to get over if they need to. And, you know, if someone stops here, then someone can get around them quite easy. Raw iron 1. I actually destroyed 2 cars by doing that, but there we go. Very good. All right, so he has taken the exit. He's also getting over now to take the exits, and this is looking splendid. Now, I do want to go ahead and start the research on the faster electric locomotives, because supposedly they're supposed to be really fast. Now, this is also something I want to get. It removes the speed limit on the electric locomotives, which are the ones I'm unlocking now. So maybe we do that. We'll definitely try it. Another one just gives us more levels for each of the businesses to keep scaling. However, my goal is just to get every business working and make tons of money, and that is it. So I don't really need to sit around and watch it scale again. It doesn't really enjoy or tickle my brain too much. You know, I also will just go ahead and make a little exit a little bit earlier and let this guy just run up here next to this. And then just add in here as well. Just, again, to give people more chances to get out of the way sooner instead of doing whatever they're deciding to do. There we go. We fixed that. Every time I change the signals on the road, it almost crashes my game, which makes me a little bit nervous. But with this, all I got to do now is save up for this to be done. Save up, get this done. I think maybe we'll build one victory electric locomotive upgrade, and we'll be done. So let me AFK for a little bit longer, make some money, and be back in no time. All right, it's the next day, and I've saved up now $530 million, and I have completed all the research in the game, except for the last one. But like I said before, I'm not tripping about the last one. So, I've just been upgrading slowly. You can see I made loop-loops on this coal line. I made a loop-to-loop up there on the copper line. And everything seems to be running pretty smoothly. But I do now have the fastest train in the game, the 230 kilometer an hour. But I don't know where to put it. I'm thinking we could do maybe something with this steel. We could run the iron from here up to the steel mine. So I'm gonna run over here and see how this iron's looking. If there's a bunch of excess iron just sitting in here, we'll make it. If not, we'll have to maybe get rid of the old line. There's only 91 tons in there. Well, definitely does need to get upgraded. Let's just remove, I don't know, say 2 lines here. Or actually, I'll do 3 of them. So what I think we'll just do, we have the advanced rails now. We'll pop this up to 3. Curve it over here a little bit. I'm going to do a loop-de-loop, or no, I'm not going to do a loop-de-loop, I don't think. I mean, I guess I could, and then come right over top of this thing. But it's going to be hard to get back to this road. So I'm just going to, for now, do our old school technique, which is cross in, cross in, cross out, cross out. That should cover all of our changes there. And this will have to go down to, I think we're just going to do a 2-laner. Although it will be fun to do a 4-laner. For now, let's just do a 2-laner. Let's get it across the water. I also need to come up here and add this as a whole section. Bang. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong rail. We'll just continue with these 2. I think our easiest bet's going to be just to go around this as best as we can find. And that's our final point there. So we can go, honestly, right through this gap, right up here like so. Have a nice long bridge. Then, obviously, expand this. Bada bing, bada boom. That's all set up. Now, up here, we will have a little loop-de-loop like so. Nice. It's bugging out. I can't place anything. There we go. Something like this. Okay, it's something with this lane. This is actually fine, though. Joke's on you, game. I'm going to take your bug and run with it. All right, signaling. This seems to be going one way. This seems to be going the other. Nice. And then out of here, this all needs to be going the same way. Very good. And then going in, this seems to be going the same way. Very good. Okay, that should be working now. Everything should be set up correctly. This does need some work, but for now, it'll work. If we don't have too many trains on the line at once, it'll be fine. So I'm very tempted to see how fast these new trains are. Now, what I'm going to do, I think is I'm just going to spawn them over here on the iron side and let them run. They're super fast. I'm just going to go around and start replacing all the lines. I know I said I wasn't going to, but I'm kind of feeling it today. So we're going here. We're going to go. This costs 650K. And of course, we're doing the max we can. So this is basically the max we can do. And we're just going to copy this at 1.9K every time. It is. All right, I think that should be 10 of them. That was like all of my money. But what I'm doing is I'm going to do 2 on this line. And then I'm going to just add 1 train to each of my existing lines. But yeah, look how fast this thing is. Oh, yeah, that thing's crazy fast. Oh my goodness. It's so fast it's lagging my game out. Yeah, that is ridiculous. You actually can see this one has been going for quite some time. And this one just took off and is already passing it. Okay, that's insane. So I'm going to go through now and start upgrading my lines one by one. I think the only way to really do this truthfully, and to be honestly good, is to start where we first started at the wood production. So here we are back at home sweet home. And we're just going to do the radius ones when we're upgrading this stuff over here because it's so much easier. This whole area over here is now completed. Now we simply do these ones. Although there are quite a few different changes here. Okay, this is extremely tedious, but I think we finally got her done. We'll place it, I don't know, I'll put it up here in this thing. But I want to just see if is it actually that much crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's that much crazier. Look at this thing. Look at this thing take off. It actually takes off so fast it lags my game. But yeah, the same way the signaling works, anywhere that the path has a little intersection or something on it, it just completely stops working for the connected regions. So yeah, basically I had to go through, do all the straight shots, and then do all the connected areas separately, which is very annoying. There you go. When this guy gets going, he gets going. And you can see he's going to be able to pass pretty much everything here. So having a bunch of these things could definitely make a big difference. So continuing down the wood line, let's see what else we got to do. Oh yeah, all this. Not to mention, these things are pretty expensive. They're not necessarily cheap. Okay, there's the next little line done. We'll go ahead and throw this on here. Now, you should see a big difference here. And also, I think we're seeing a big difference just in everyone how fast they drive. So this is actually pretty good. And this guy, unfortunately, I put him the wrong way. So he's going to go do basically nothing. But I think, like on this straight, they'll be able to hit like 100 and some change. There's 118. I just placed him down. So yeah. What's the speed limit they said they're supposed to be able to do? Let's see. Supposedly 230. So yeah, 100. Look at this guy. It's only going 125 already. Okay, cool. So that's going to work good. And then this next strip here, I think is going to benefit the most because there's not really any curves or anything like that. So there's not much to mess with this. Advanced rails. I'm not really sure how much these actually are per section to buy them. Oh my gosh, it's like that was $15,000 for what? I'm so lucky I have infinite money. That should be pretty much the whole way done there, just about. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. So now we can give a celebratory maxed out train here. Now this guy here is going to have a little bit of a hard time because he's going to be stuck behind people. And this isn't a 4-lane road, right? So we kind of need a 4-lane road for these guys to be really efficient. But it will be more efficient than a normal one, which is all I need. But being able to go like 70 miles an hour right here is just so nice. It's crazy. Not to mention, the competition over here still only has 2 trains. So to be able to have 3 trains is a big deal over here. We could probably already see him coming back, if I'm being honest. And there he is, already full and ready to go. Nice. So after I did this, I believe I started on this line next. So let's get this all upgraded, which is going to be quite the task because this is all... This also includes the sand line, the glass line, all that stuff. Okay, all that seems to be working quite well. I'm going to go ahead and just start on the exits of these ones as well. I think that should be the coal line. Good to go. Let's make sure this is all done here. Do not think I'm missing anything over here. Cool. So the coal line can finally get a better train. Luckily with spaces like over here, this train's always going to be able to get in front of the other slower trains because the turnaround has such a wide gap. They can get up in front of it, get over late, whatever they got to do. Now, I don't think they load any faster. It says loading is only 8 a second. So let's see how many they can do in this. All right, so it is the same loading speed. Cool. So once the coal gets delivered, we probably also need to get the sand delivered. Luckily, most of the sand line is a big straight line. So this is all going to be pretty much already done. Okay. So that all the way down to the sand production is now finished. And let's see. Once it's done, it's just that little over-the-top loop-de-loop thing. That's already powered, right? Yeah, so this should be good. All right. So we can also add one to that line. Sweet. My game is lagging profusely now, which I could fix by just replacing all of my existing trains with upgraded electric trains. But here's the thing, right? I feel like it's kind of defeating the purpose of my whole history if I get electric trains now. There we go. That should be lines all the way to the sell point. Looks to be it. I'm going to give this one a nice long runway to go and see how fast I can get this thing to go. If it can go 230, it should be fine. I also do have the removable speed limit thing researched and unlocked, so there should be nothing stopping this train. Seeing 130, which is very fast as is. Now, I don't know if there is a slight incline here or something that's messing it up. Might have been that little curve as well. But now we should be able to see it push up a little bit higher. Either way, it is going very fast. I've been not 230 miles an hour or whatever it says supposed to be going. So now let's head over here. I guess we start working on this conglomerate. Let's get this line all leveled up first. Should be a total of about 4 clicks on this thing. Anywhere that I do miss on this, we already had electric power on it, so it's not gonna like just fall apart, which is good. Okay, so now this does all need to be reworked a little bit because look at this. Is everyone just stuck? All because this idiot decided to go on this one. Go up here. But these idiots are about to get on their friend. We're gonna pop him down there, and he's going the wrong way. Okay, yeah, good luck with that, man. Oh, that's why. These are still going the opposite way. My bad. Shoot. There we go. Now all the lines should be officially being used. The electric guy, he just dipped out. He's left. He's gone. Look at this. Now he's going 170 right now. So it just must be that old system over there. I don't know what is the issue over there. Cool. I'll take that, man. And we also do need some coal for this building here. Kind of honestly completely forgot about that. But I will just use the same one because the coal production is right here. We'll use the same line and just set them up so they're all understanding what they need to be doing. We need to go ahead and upgrade this. We need to add 2 more platforms. All right, there we go. That was extremely annoying, but we should be good to go now. So now we have a whole little system set up. It's literally so over the top. I don't even want to talk about it. But I'm just going to put 1 train on here for now. And I do need to just take him and say, hey, we need to add from here to there. Okay, bingo. I guess actually I'll do 2. We'll do 2 of them. Hoping everything I have is signaled correctly. It does. Look it. They're going to come off here. Don't mind this under the ground portion. My game is... It's getting to the point where you can just tell the game is begging for just a break. There we go. We'll just clone this bad boy, and then we can place them both up here. Oh, invalid route. Whatever. I don't get paid enough to care. There we go. 2 on this line will be fine. Cool. Oh, here we go again with these buggy roads. Okay. I tried to place it down, and I was like, he missed his exit, and it's because the road does not... Okay, it's just not going to place. You guys can see it's literally highlighting green. What I'll probably have to do is this again. You're gonna have to line it up next to it, and then you can just add a lane here. And the last one I want to go ahead and upgrade before this video ends is going to be the original raw iron line, because this thing over here is insane. It's also pretty much the entire heart of our entire operation everywhere. Electronics, you name it. So I gotta go through here, and I gotta upgrade every single smidge I possibly can. And we gotta make sure these trains over here are working. All right, bang, there we go. So it looks like it got pretty much everything perfect. But this over here is in dire need of a loop-de-loop. So I'm gonna make one of those real quick, right after I finish this. So let me just go ahead and place these down real quick. Bing, bang. And those are gonna help a little bit as well. But yeah, this line over here is in desperate need of this. So advanced rails up to 4. Oh, it's 5. Okay, there we go. So I mean, this is pretty insane. Just talking about, I made a 4 lanes all the way. But hey, it's okay, because now we can make the entire section going this way. This can all be one direction, so they can start splitting up a lot earlier. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. There we go. So now everyone should be able to split to wherever they need to go, and it shouldn't be a big deal. I need to make sure that these entering to the actual facility are all going the same way, which some of them work, some of them didn't for some reason. And there we go. Now we have these guys exiting up this way. They're going to go over the top, and then they'll need to eventually cross over. Let me just add the signaling now. There we go. And then I'll just start adding a couple of crossovers early when you want the very end as well, so people don't get stuck here. And we'll do one more. Yeah, I think that's fine. Bang. Cool. So hopefully that helps a little bit out on literally every front, because all they're doing is unloading. And so if our unloading speed's high enough, it should be fine. Our raw iron or our iron ingots, yeah, that thing is like not able to be keeping up at all. So adding a train on this would actually help a lot. But am I gonna do that? No. All I want to see is these electric trains. There's one there. There should be another one. She's already gone. Yeah, this is all flowing a heck of a lot better now. That should fix a lot of our issues. You can see, like, look at this. We have 2 trains, now 3 trains all coming in at the same time. So we're able to do a whole lot more good at one time. Sweet. So, now with that, let's check our resource one more time. We have this, but I ain't worried about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. We've officially beaten this game. The only things left to do at this point are just small micro adjustments to all the systems, which I'm not really tempted to do. So, when this game has another big update, I'll go ahead and try it again on a different map and hopefully have a fun time again. Well, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this has been OverFreight. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more like it in the future, let me know by liking, commenting, and of course, subscribing. But without further ado, if you're still here, comment down below. Moocah's trains are the best trains of all time. And don't put the stutter in there. And don't copy that. And don't say that either. Okay. Stop the quote whenever I said the quote. Okay, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.